I have no way to tell time.
I got you, baby.
Oh,
What happened?
come on.
This is 2 weeks in a row.
Did you not watch last week's
This I
show?
expect. But you?
When I botched the intro,
Roll it again.
Holy shit. Roll the intro again.
I can't do the show without that sting.
Jess, roll the intro again.
I can't do the show
hit
without
the
that
intro
sting.
button.
Okay.
Just hit it. There we go.
so you can now.
Yeah.
A lot of punching.
There we go.
Yes.
Little driblets at the end. I need that. I need
Little
that.
turkey
I need
dribblings.
that. Welcome back, Jess.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back to the Lions Den. Can you turn my headphones up a little bit,
Thanks.
please?
Turn them up in the headphones. I can't hear that bass.
I can't. It hurts. It hurts me too much.
Jess, you're gonna start wearing like earplugs over
In
like,
your
the
ear.
inside.
Yes. I need a buffer.
Listen, you guys. I have a high threshold.
You have tinnitus. You have no hearing.
My
It's not a high
ears-
threshold. It's no hearing.
Constantly ringing.
What a PR move. I have a high threshold of audio that my ears can handle. No, it's called being
You
deaf.
guys are just of a subspecies of human whose ears don't constantly ring.
Hold on. Before we do this, Dan, do you want me to just hold this and then you just pull it towards you rather than switching it back and forth? I mean, I could hold it.
No,
if you want.
not these.
It don't
I'm number
matter.
2.
You hold it for
Yeah,
me? Are you
just
gonna
a
hold
little
it for
bit.
me too?
That's
Guys,
good.
This
We
is,
could both
this
hold
is
it.
so cute.
All right.
And then
No, I wanna be on
you
top.
just
I wanna be on
get
top.
you guys get like nice and close.
I'll grab the frenulum. All right.
We're learning today.
I turned around for 1 second.
This is your fault.
Yeah.
Well, this is. Am I still? Am I breaking up at all?
No.
I'm going like this.
No.
You're good,
There we
baby.
go.
You've been
There we
good.
go.
You've been
I've
good.
been good.
Yeah.
Pat, what side of the drums did you stand on in band practice? Like, because my right ear, it's like
Oh.
worse hearing because I was
Um,
on that. I was on the left of the drums.
I don't know. We always did that thing where like I was looking across the room at the drummer. You know what I mean? Everybody stood in a circle looking at each other.
You know that thing?
That's
know.
why you guys sounded that way.
That's
Yeah.
why you have both
That's-
ears equally fucked up.
Yeah. You know. There's also been times where I've played shows where it's just a wall of sound and I couldn't discern one note from another.
Oh, no.
I've also seen videos of you guys playing shows where you clearly couldn't hear yourselves and could not
Langosta
discern,
Lounge.
discern. That's kind of the video I go to when I think of how shit everyone
Monitors.
sounded in one night. Like if we were like, yeah, we're a bunch of musicians, we're putting on a show, and it just everybody went up and bombed.
And I loved how like the board was on the inside of the stage, so that you just have like Pete run around the side and on the stage
Pirate Pete.
adjusting and be like, maybe face it the other way.
It's not a public thing, not something we say out loud.
Yeah. Pete watches this show.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's fine.
But either
He'd be happy to get a shout out.
it was good when
Pete,
we did,
I hope you're well.
it was good when we did acoustic
Shouts out to
there.
Pete.
When we did acoustic there, but when
'cause
we did full bands, that
there
was
were
fucking
no
wild.
monitors, right?
I don't think so.
Right? Like it was just a
If there were, it's just the room is not acoustically suited for anything other than an
Acoustic.
acoustic.
By the way, I'm not shitting on Langosta. I would still play Langosta again.
one of my
Gladly.
one of my favorite
Langosta,
venues.
please. Let's
Please.
When
let's
you're
book
playing
something.
like you guys were doing like hard rock, it's just like not the right venue for it.
Pop punk. Kind of.
me gusta.
We didn't have enough you know what I mean? We didn't have enough of the like of the octave
Right.
cry to
The
be
whammy.
a true pop punk.
The
The whammy.
You
the
didn't have
whammy.
enough whammy bar.
Whammy.
Give me a whammy bar.
Whammy.
Speaking of whammies.
Welcome to Press Any Key.
Welcome to Press Any Key. No, I didn't watch this trailer, you guys. I got all the way. I never got around to watching this 30-second trailer. So tell me about Pinocchio trailer.
Guess what?
Because
You
you
didn't
remember
miss
we talked
anything.
about this. The three of us specifically talked about this Pinocchio trailer, and we even pulled up that picture. Remember when we were doing the show remote?
I watched this trailer and I went and watched the Italian Pinocchio trailer,
Ooh.
which led me. When we talked about this months and months and months ago, I didn't realize there's not just 2 Pinocchios coming out. There's the 3 in total. There was the one that came out in 2019, which was an Italian one, and then there's 2 coming out this year. One from Guillermo del Toro, and then another one, Robert Zemeckis, with Disney.
Did Disney like fuck up and lose the copyright?
I think
No,
it's-
this is the same thing with Jungle Book. Remember they put out
exactly.
Jungle Book,
Right,
and they
So
right,
Disney's
right.
just trying to like stamp out anybody else doing something that they have for like public domain type
Wait
content.
until you
It'll get
see
changed.
Guillermo del Toro's Winnie the Pooh. Okay. Stuff nightmares
be
made
like
of. Yeah.
Pan's Lab. Tigger's gonna have no eyes.
Christopher Robin's gonna be an amputee or something.
And it's anatomically accurate.
Yeah.
Be
For
like
Winnie the Pooh's shirt.
a metaphor about World War II or some shit.
It's a grizzly bear wearing a red collared shirt.
And he fucks a fish.
He does. He works at Circuit City too. It's not a great future.
Oh my god. What a hellscape.
Yeah. It's a dystopian. Women can't give birth anymore. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, you know.
Nice. I like that.
Dystopia, you say.
Jess is in.
So watching the trailer, my biggest takeaway is they gave Jiminy Cricket a first name.
Sebastian.
It's Sebastian. They called him
Sebastian.
Sebastian J. Cricket, which I didn't.
Michigan J. Frog.
So I looked it up. He did on his Disney wiki. He is just Jiminy Cricket, and they added a first name to him.
well, technically,
It's not Jiminy Cricket. It's a different...
yeah.
Because the Jiminy Cricket is a Disney character.
Yeah.
This is a different cricket because it's public domain.
Technically,
It's a different cricket, but his name is Sebastian J. Cricket, so it's Jiminy Cricket. But
it's
they can't
actually
call him that.
Il Grillo Parlante.
Thank
Wow.
The talking cricket.
C.
Wow.
C, yes.
The speaking cricket.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it's now Sebastian Cricket, which doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
SJC, baby.
SJC telling us this story. Yeah, that's literally the only I have. What did we take away from this? Jack shit. That's my note about this.
Yeah.
And that it stopped.
It's
motion
like
animation.
claymation. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It looks like, like a Tim Burton, like James and the Giant Peach kind of
To me,
thing.
it kind of like... Remember that movie Kubo and the Two Strings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, like somewhere between, where it feels somewhat between animation and stop motion.
Right.
Weird.
Which is weird. Like, I mean, they used to do all that stuff like flat out stop motion.
Yeah.
And now it's like they're just cutting frames out of like a normal sequence with some things.
I feel like even some of these movies do like create like 3D spaces and render all of the the puppets and then just put it into like a 3D animated space.
Yeah.
So it is real things being represented in animated space, right?
Yeah.
You've seen that technique.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's most of them. I mean, with all of like, even with like Nightmare Before Christmas, they green screened a lot of like the actual characters and they just like painted backgrounds and everything.
Lord of the
on.
Rings. I mean, like they digitally scanned in every single one of those models.
You mean The Hobbit? Or did they do that for Lord of the Rings? I thought they did it for The
Yeah.
Hobbit.
I mean, Lord of the Rings made it a practice in special effects.
Oh yeah, dude,
To,
you can't just do that without telling anyone. My God,
To like do the
Sorry.
scan.
give me a warning.
Yeah, my heart just skipped a beat when that happened. So it's
Sorry,
kinda-
I blacked out for a minute.
yeah.
Don't die. Although it would, it might raise our numbers.
It
a
would
little
definitely go viral on Reddit.
We had somebody die.
Podcast host dies live on stream.
bit. It'll make those compilation videos or like live stream fails. Like, oh yeah, that was a fail.
Well, it's gonna
We'll
be
label it too many
on
espresso
Reddit
brownies.
on the for like this week's like hottest post or like rising post. It's gonna be like
Upvote.
me, and then right above me is the guy who shaved his dick and balls.
Yeah, your death can't beat the guy that shaved his cock and balls
Always in second place.
on CS:GO.
Even my ghost on the sub from from Beyond the Grave would be like, "Are you serious?
All right, I'll give him gold.
God damn it." Bold Brandon. Anyway,
But yeah, so Pinocchio's coming out in December. Is that when this is dropping?
Yeah, sure.
a full
whatever.
11 months away.
When's the other one? The Disney one?
I don't know.
Pull that up.
Disney.
Because I'm telling you, when the time comes, we're gonna do an episode where in 1 week we watch the original animated Pinocchio, the 2019 Pinocchio, and both 2022 Pinocchio.
Is the Disney
There's a
one live
2019 Pinocchio.
I don't know.
With who?
Well, it's an Italian one, so you wouldn't know
Oh.
anybody in it.
Why the
It's-
fuck?
It's in English. It's an Italian movie, but it's all
yo,
English.
it is live action, Nick.
It's live action. It's got Tom Hanks.
Is that the?
It says
never
RDJ,
mind.
but I don't know who he's playing.
Yeah, he does.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt as well
as Jiminy.
as Jiminy, the real true Jiminy.
This
Cricket.
movie's already out.
No, it's
No,
coming
this
out
year.
in 2022. It doesn't say when.
It's Disney.
Yeah,
It's Disney.
Tom Hanks is Geppetto, which makes a lot
Makes
of sense.
Right, I heard
Yeah,
that.
Nick said Joseph Gordon-Levitt is
I buy
Jiminy
that.
Cricket. Keegan-Michael Key, who is doing well for himself as vocals in voiceover work lately, he is the Red Fox.
Are you just saying that because he's not Jordan Peele? He's doing great, guys.
No,
fine.
he's gonna be in the Mario movie too. He's Toad. Like he's
they've had that conversation. Like that they've like. Been
yeah. No,
texting
I'm
me,
doing
like,
great. I'm doing fine. I'm
doing-
voicing Toad.
Have you seen? Go on IMDb and look up all my voiceover work. Sure, you haven't seen me, but you've heard me.
Hey, I was
You've
in
heard
that,
me.
I was in The Predator. You guys remember that? Remember when that came out? What did you do? Oh! You redefined a genre twice in,
that's
in 2
okay.
years.
But hey, you guys.
Damn,
remember,
that's cool.
But you guys remember Key and Peele? My name was first.
You remember
It was
Aaron?
first. Aaron. That was funny. That was really funny.
I read that shit. I said it. Just me.
Did you guys watch Mad TV growing up?
Look what I
Yes.
can
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Don't
like
touch my donuts.
when
Stuart, mommy has to go to the bathroom to make room for more food.
I'd love to see all that cast of characters come back.
From
Is
all
there-
16 seasons?
All Ike
Well,
Barinholtz was in.
He was in Halloween Kills, right?
Was he? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was Michael McDonald.
No, that's Michael-
He
yeah.
was Big John.
Yeah.
But Ike Barinholtz.
No, he was Little
No,
John.
he was
He was
Little
Little
John,
John,
that's right.
and then you had Ike Barinholtz was in whichever movie with the Joker. He was like a mob guy, and the Jared Leto Joker
Suicide
Suicide
Squad?
Squad.
was the
Oh,
original.
Yeah, he
Suicide
worked
Squad.
in the prison.
Yeah, like all these guys are doing background stuff. I'd love to see a reunion. Get
I miss Will Sasso.
Will Sasso.
He's so funny.
remember his vines?
He's so funny.
all the lemon vines.
He's so funny.
Those were so good. Like that was
was
such
a time
a
and place.
specific time.
So,
and
like,
it
are
was
we far away from Pinocchio at this
December.
point? Like, just fucking.
It's as far as it is
Yeah,
in
we
time.
shouldn't have even put it on here.
Well, all right. So Ewan McGregor is going to be Sebastian J. Cricket. We have
Okay.
Ron Perlman's in it.
Oh, who's he playing?
Of course.
Hell
Hellboy.
Pinocchio.
Mangiafuco.
Hell Nokio.
Pinocchio.
Actually,
Christoph
you know
Waltz
what?
is the fox.
Hold on, I have a better subject for us to switch to now that Ron
Hold
Perlman.
on, hold on. I
And
wanna hear the rest of the
Tilda
cast.
Swinton is the fairy with turquoise.
That lady is bald.
Well, she was in some movies.
Also, I didn't recognize his name, but the guy playing Geppetto is Filch from the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, David
Oh.
Bradley. Yeah.
David Bradley.
He's licking his lips. No, Filch.
Harry Potter.
He's
he
the
was
guy
also
with the cat who
yeah.
was the yeah.
he was also in Game of
Mrs.
Thrones.
Norris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he was in Game of Thrones. He was a really hateable character. It was great.
Oh, the Finn
Yeah.
Wolfhard. is
Ron
in it as-
Perlman, though. Did you guys read what Ron Perlman said in the news recently?
Yes. I think I
Yeah.
know what you're gonna say.
And it got me
God.
really excited, and
What-
it's a really upsetting story, actually. So, like, just to be clear, nobody's dead. Like, everybody's fine, like, physically, but it's upsetting for the fans.
It's a great way to start a
So,
story.
have you guys seen Hellboy and Hellboy 2: The Golden Army?
Nope.
Okay,
a while ago.
they came out like Hellboy 2: The Golden Army came out I think it was like a week after or a week before The Dark Knight, so it was gonna sink no matter what, right? And I feel like it was just after Iron Man, so like we were just gearing up for like the pinnacle of like the golden age of like comic book movies, right? Because I feel like after Endgame, now we're in the Silver Age, like the same way like regular comics played out. Like now it's just like we're getting cool crossovers and more people are aware type of shit.
Not a bad tip.
But I'm either way. Ron Perlman came out on Twitter and said that he's not eager to play Hellboy again. He's fucking 71, but he says he owes it to the fans, so he's gonna keep hounding Guillermo to do Hellboy 3, like a proper Hellboy 3.
Come on, Guillermo. Let's do this. I'm ready to go. Come
Now,
on.
here's the deal though.
What about David Harbour?
Dude, that movie sucked.
I didn't watch it, but I like
that
David
movie
Harbour.
No one did.
sucked.
if you gave me like an old Hellboy, like an older Ron Perlman,
Old
like,
grizzled
That's
Hellboy.
kind of not the point of Hellboy.
Well, I
That's
like the
understand
Ben
that.
Affleck
That's-
Batman.
that's-
Yeah,
Okay,
kind of
so,
like
like-
that, but you could do it.
Okay,
He was
but,
already
you guys
grizzled.
haven't seen the Hellboy movies though. The three of you haven't seen it.
Kinda. I've seen bits and pieces.
Jess, you've seen the Hellboy movies, right?
Yeah,
Okay, which one do you like better?
the first one.
Really? I like the Golden Army better. I don't
like
like
David
Hyde
Okay.
Pierce.
You're entitled to that.
Yeah, I
opinion,
guess I
but,
am, and you're
know.
entitled to your wrong opinion anyway. So anyway,
Fight.
but yeah,
Come on, fight.
in 20
Come on.
in 2017, the problem was is that Guillermo del Toro put out on his Twitter saying that if he got 100,000 whatever, he would put all the parties together to get Hellboy 3 off the ground, right? They got all the parties together, and he came out of the meeting and was like, nope, it's not going to happen. And this was when they were planning to do the reboot.
This was recently?
This was in 2017,
Okay.
and the reboot came out in 2019. So like it kind of makes sense that the studio was like, no, we don't want to do a sequel. We're gearing
Let's
up
just
to
try and like reboot
yeah,
it.
let's just try and reboot it. However, originally in 2008, it made enough money that Legendary Pictures was like, okay, let's do a third one. And what they originally wanted to do was that Universal Studios had just gotten all the rights back to all the classic, like 1940s, like Wolfman, Dracula, Frankenstein. So Del Toro expressed some interest in creating a script where Hellboy actually goes around, and either way, it came
Van
out to be like
Helsing's it
200.
essentially.
It does like an Abbott and Costello.
Yeah,
kinda
yeah,
thing.
exactly. Abbott and Costello.
Who's in hell?
Abbott and Costello meet Hellboy.
Oh, they did. They're in hell.
Trust me.
No,
those-
hell's on second.
They either way though, it came out to like $200 million, and they were like, we can never fund this movie because we'll just never make it back. I think if they made $100 million or $150 million Hellboy movie now, it would make, with a third one, especially with Ron Perlman and Guillermo del Toro like finishing out the trilogy, it would make buckets of money now.
That'd be so hard
Because
to get, like, in that budget, though.
wasn't there at that point when those movies were coming out. They were good and they made money, but they weren't like now.
Also,
Right.
keep in mind that what Spider-Man No Way Home did, it's like you can have two different, characters, the same character going on at the same time.
Yeah, and I mean,
And
like,
people are
even
okay with that.
look
Yeah.
at Tobey Maguire. I mean, he's coming up later on in our show tonight, and like, listen, Sony, all they see is dollar signs now. You know what I mean?
I just love, like, that man does not want to be in the limelight. It's just like,
He doesn't want anything.
Right.
He wants to be left alone.
And this is
Look
just-
at how he treated the paparazzi.
He just wants
threw him back
he
into
just
the
wants
center.
to be shirtless on a beach with Leo and have everybody leave him the fuck alone.
I
the
get
pussy
it, man.
posse.
Yeah. He's there with his kids, and Leo's there with his 22-year-old girlfriend.
You got 2 more years, lady.
This is Stacy. She doesn't know how to do her taxes.
She was born in 2000. Oh.
She doesn't know what Y2K is.
But yeah, you look good too, Toby.
Did anybody really know what Y2K was?
Wait, so
If you
Anybody really
unironically listen to hit clips, you absolutely knew what Y2K was.
so we had a we had in our basement at my parents' house, we had this, like, it was just like this little room, and it was like the concrete cement.
You had a bunker.
it wasn't a
Yes.
full on bunker.
Yes.
There was
You
a
had a
lot of
bunker.
canned food.
No, wait. It was the room that was like, the cement kind of like portion of the house that was like off and everything.
yeah, the bunker.
the bunker.
Because we all have a cement portion of our
Well,
house.
the
with canned
like the non
food
the non part of the basement where it's like,
and
instead
vault
of like
suits.
drywall, it's the actual just cinder block. So my dad, being a paranoid man, turned a small room into the Y2K
Dad
closet.
being a dad.
Yeah. So he bought like 2 50-gallon water jugs, filled them up, bought a bunch of those tablets that you just put in water and then it cleans it after a while.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of like canned food. There was and I was like, at 8 years old, just like, this is trauma. This is where it starts.
That's a man who grew up going under his desk for bomb.
Honestly, yeah, that's what you get for growing up.
You
through
get
the
I'm
go
gonna
on-
give my kids more than just a
You
desk.
could go underneath the wood, which is kindling for the fire. And if you survive the blast, you could go outside and melt.
Just wait 10 days and then the radiation will blow away.
It's better than my buddy. His dad did the same thing, but rather than buying the 50-gallon jugs, he just whatever like containers. It was like they would finish a gallon of milk and he would fill it up with tap water and stick it in the basement. So
boy.
like years later, you go down to the basement. And there's like water bottles and Sunny D and
All
like
half
all these
milk, half
they're
water.
all different sized containers filled with like murky water from 15 years earlier.
This is like anybody who's played
Trace amounts of vitamin D.
anybody who's played Fallout understands that.
Yeah. That's it. You don't drink the water right from the stream.
I drink my own piss before I drink the water from the stream.
Because it's sterile and I like the taste.
Drink my own piss.
I did read today, just kind of randomly. I just saw like it was like a Reddit thread of like secrets that you haven't told anybody before, and there was one guy who said, "I just bought a car 2 weeks before Y2K. Sorry, 2 months before Y2K. So I was going to make the car payments, and then after Y2K, something happened where I went to like make the next payment, and it said you're paid up in full." And I was like, that shouldn't happen. And so the people at the bank were just like, no, it's showing up on our screen that you're paid in full. I'm getting all zeros. You're good to go. So he was like, Y2K saved me from having to pay for my car.
Amazing.
I'm assuming it was probably some type of like, you know how a bunch of companies got like the
rollover.
Y2K prevention software. I'm wondering if that's what wound up like just fucking up the program.
Right, like they install it and like it clicked over like a day before and it just wiped all customer
It
data.
just completely wiped it. But yeah, he was just like, so Y2K saved me from having to ever pay for a car. Which cat is this?
That was
Can't
Thor.
see.
You got Thor coming in
He
here.
left.
But yeah, that's Y2K.
So yeah, Pinocchio's coming out in December 2022 and we're all excited.
We're
about
all
it. Fuck.
thrilled.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think we named a lot of names, but also it's like there's also John Turturro, Kate Blanchett, Tim
Tim Blake Nelson, Finn Wolfhard's in
Yeah,
it.
like this cast is stacked.
It's only a $35 million budget.
I thought you were going to say it was only going to be 35 minutes.
It is a 35-minute film. That's wild that
And
it's
is
so
it going
cheap
straight
so
to
far.
Disney Plus?
I think it's a Netflix.
It's
movie.
the
Yeah, it's
Guillermo del
Netflix.
Toro one is Netflix.
Yeah. The other one I'm sure is probably going to go
It's probably going right to Disney
Or-
Plus. So maybe it'll be in theaters for X amount.
right
of
around
days.
Christmas or some
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they're knowing Disney, they'll release it a week before Netflix drops this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh well, it'll be. It's gonna be cool.
They'll come
It's gonna
by
be
and they'll
great.
suck up all the resources from that, and then they'll move on to the next one. They're
as
the
they do.
Galactus of corporate conglomerates.
Pinocchio.
Geppetto.
Speaking of galactic,
That's a good segue.
Boy.
hey, what can I say?
Look, man.
What can I say?
I got a movable mic.
No problemo, bro. No
Wow.
problemo. I got
Wow.
this. So
You've
speaking
been
of-
waiting.
I've
to-
been waiting to open up my life preserver just to show.
Maybe you
this.
should stay home next week. You know, just take a lap.
No, I'm good.
no problemo, dude.
No problemo. It's all good. It's all good.
It is problemo.
It's problemo.
It's muy problemo.
It's definitely a problemo now.
It's a problemo.
Galactic.
All right, yeah,
Galactic.
Star Wars.
Yeah,
Okay,
Star Wars.
so like everybody here has been watching the Book of Boba Fett, right?
I just caught up to everything yesterday.
Now, like normally we'll cover like whatever the premiere stuff is, and then we'll come back when it's over and we'll do the whole show. But like I'm fucking spent on the Disney shows. I am not looking forward to watching Moon Knight, even though I know we're gonna watch that. And like Book of Boba Fett, I don't think we should talk too much about that. Like in general, I think we should talk about the episode that plays into like everything that's going on. Like, because like I realized,
not much really to say.
yeah, but I kind of realized that like,
there's one thing specifically to talk about with all this. That
Right.
We'll get to.
and that's the thing is like I kind of feel like Star Wars is all of a sudden on the move again, and it's just like, wait a minute, like where, how did we get here? You know what I mean? Because it's like I feel like there's some lines you can definitely draw right now, and there is some serious desperation to do like universe and world building to like catch up to like the same status of like Marvel and like pull Star Wars out of the shitter.
Oh yeah.
Just making the same mistakes that DC did.
Yeah. So
Trying to play catch up, it never
like
works.
non-spoilers for the Book of Boba Fett. However, we have to spoil the shit out of the newest episode.
Well, start with where this all started.
Okay.
Where did it all come from?
Well, it all started.
A long time ago.
It all
long,
started
long
in
time
fall
ago.
of 2012 when the Disney Corporation announced that they had acquired Lucasfilm for $4 billion.
When they created a monopoly.
And then it pretty much all went to shit after that. You know, it was a short rise, and then we got The Last Jedi, and it's never been the same.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's pretty broad. You got your chosen ones. You got Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, and they're pumping out some pretty great content.
Yeah, but see, I watched the Book of Boba Fett, and I don't agree with that. Like,
all right. Well,
I agree with it's not all bad, but I just think it's kind of funny how you put in an episode of another TV show.
I was so
in
confused.
this season, and it's the best episode of the season.
I straight up I watched that this morning, and I was like, did I
not a maybe. It's an absolute certainty.
I was like, did I click on the wrong show? Like,
Yeah, no.
I was like, no, this is right. It's like my TV fucking up here.
No, I will say I did really like the second episode of Book of Boba, which was that was the Dances with Tuscans episode where like he steals like the bikes and all that, and they do like the
Such
whole train
dry
robbery.
Skin.
I was like, oh, dude, it's hard to watch.
I know.
I just want this man to find some Vaseline. But I mean, either or, it's. I will say I like that episode better than the Mandalorian one, just because I was like, I feel like I'm watching a different show right now. Even though it still was good. However, I could have done without the whole ship rebuilding with Princess Carolyn, whatever. Amy Sedaris, there it is. But I could have done without the whole scene just to get one moment of the Mandalorian and Book of Boba together.
As her, like as she was talking, and I was just like, I
we
can't
talking
really...
about Lady Woody Harrelson right now? That's who we're talking about.
Oh, Ripley.
Yeah, Ripley too.
Yeah.
You can't, dude. I saw a shot where she was a little bit farther away, and I'm like, that can be Woody Harrelson right there.
Did you guys love how so they're rebuilding the ship? And then there's that part where the R2 droid would go.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, we'll just put a glass dome on there conveniently. There's for no specific reason whatsoever.
Yeah. So
It's like when you get a car and you don't buy the upgrade package and it just puts a plastic button in there.
So I think
However, I think the biggest takeaway actually is that humans can fuck Jawas. That's the biggest takeaway. Is that she said multiple times she dated Jawas. I was like, I didn't know
Jawa
that
dick.
interspecies relationship was possible.
They were like the entire time. You know?
They're trying to steal shit off of her, like in the meantime.
My God, that's fucked up.
Taking her earrings.
They're just picking shit off of her shelves.
Some deadbeat Jawas.
Stay looking this way. Stay looking this way. There's two guys in the back.
It's just three of them stacked on top of each other wearing a cloak.
She's like, wow, that's different than last time. The wrong guy's on the top and bottoms. Oh. So yeah, that's the Book of Boba Fett. That's what we're enjoying.
That's the scene I wanted.
I do want to say, Book of Boba Fett. Obviously, this is a larger conversation, but there are good moments, there are bad moments. It's super uneven.
I said I didn't want to do this,
but it's
okay,
it's not bad. I think it's like middling at worst.
It's a show like I'm kind of having fun watching it, but it's not enough where it's just like I hate the show. But it's just enough where I just moved the whole table. Like it's just enough where it's like it's just keeping me interested. There's small little fun moments to find.
I
in
dragged
the murky
the whole way through
in
this,
all the murky
and when
shit.
it got to the episode of The Mandalorian, I was just like,
This is cool.
this is amazing. I was like, where the fuck was this for the last 4 episodes?
I do think the first 4 episodes could have been consolidated into 2 episodes.
I don't disagree. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
but
I don't
back
need
to
to
where
see,
it
I
all
don't need to see
started.
him in the
This
back
week.
tank
back
for
to
20 minutes. Like
back to also, I mean, if we want to talk about that, just a quick little thing to throw in here. This whole series is told in between baths. Okay, I'm just saying that's something I noticed. Like he's in a bath, he's thinking about something. He's out of a bath, he's doing something. Better get back to my bath. I gotta get back to the bath.
well, he finished his bathing.
Actually, that's true. He no longer needs the bath.
That's
tank.
why it's a Mandalorian episode.
Yeah, because he no longer needs a bath. So now we need another
Yeah,
guy.
no,
what
he has
do we
no
do?
purpose.
Oh shit, we're out of the bath.
I looked for the guy with. I was gonna come in here with like a list of complaints of like the stupid things on the internet, like the things I didn't like, and then unironically spout out all the dumb, like how come the bikes are colored? How come the guy has an ass for a head? Like you know.
Oh yeah, I paused that part and I was just like, Katie, what do you think is driving right now? She was like, that's an ass. I was like, yeah, it looks like an ass.
And when you look at it from the front, it looks like someone's legs are like up over the back of their head.
Oh yeah.
I really took umbrage with the color of the bikes.
Oh my god,
That really bothered me.
Jesus
I
Christ!
know,
You see,
I-
that's
Can
fucking.
you Google umbrage for me?
I got you,
please,
bud.
If you don't mind, I'd appreciate that.
Dolores Umbridge.
Dolores umbrage. Different spelling.
Yeah, that's the definition that I'm gonna go to with an A.
that's
That's just
the,
offense or annoyance.
that's Umbridge personified is what
Yes.
Dolores Umbridge
yeah,
is.
that's why did they name her?
Why? Well, they needed a name for their character, so
Why
they
did they
could
name
be
them
like,
that?
"Hey,
I think Dolores.
That's the
also,
pink bitch.
Dolores also means sorrow in Latin.
Yeah,
And I think it means
Dolor is
pain in Spanish.
Dude.
yeah, Dolor in Latin is Latin. It's the root. Y'all, we're speaking
okay.
a lot of different languages.
So wait,
today.
let's go back.
Look at us.
Let's go back to where this current
It's all our foreign
pond
listeners.
jumping started. So a couple years ago, a little game came out called Jedi Fallen Order. Right?
Shouts out.
It's Dark Souls, but with Jedi, way easier too. I really liked it. I finished it. I got the whole dual saber thing. I fought Darth Vader at the end. It was a good time.
You spoiled it for me. No.
It's
Yeah, no,
been
you
years.
see Darth Vader in like
You
the
see
first
just-
5 minutes
Well,
of the game.
after it
like,
came out, it's one of those things where it's like it had been out for 3 weeks and not, so they just decided to stick Darth Vader in the trailer. And I remember I beat it the day before I saw that trailer. I was like, they just fucking ruined the whole surprise for everybody.
Who made that game?
Electronic Arts.
There you go.
Respawn,
Yeah, it was Respawn was the developer.
who is famous for Titanfall and Apex Legends, Titanfall 2, classic, one of the greatest first-person shooters of all time.
I do
Pioneered
wanna
the
play that,
grapple.
Titanfall 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's great. Either way, though, game came out. It was a big success, especially coming off of the shitstorm that was Battlefront 2 that pissed off everybody who's ever owned a video game or commented on Reddit ever.
It was literally gambling.
It was
literally
they
gambling.
also resulted in the worst PR nightmare ever, where the guy asked for a refund because he felt like he wasn't getting the full game, and the community mod on Reddit, who like was representative of EA and the Star Wars community, basically told him no, and that like this is how we intend to like go forward with our games, and that comment became the most downvoted comment in the history of Reddit.
Yep.
Ever.
Like, very quickly.
Very quickly. Like, I don't know what it's at now, but at the time it was like 625,000 downvotes.
There's a lot of fucking neo-Nazis on Reddit that have less dislikes than that comment.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're all in their own subs.
Even the neo Nazis were not a
insurrection has
fan
less
of pay to
dislikes
win star
downvotes.
cards. So either way, that whole shitstorm happens. Originally, Disney wanted Respawn to make a bounty hunter game. Makes sense. If
Did
you see where
play
this is going?
the GameCube Bounty Hunter?
No,
It's so good. I love that game.
Are you talking about the...
Django
Is it
Fett.
this-
It's a
the
Django
same
Fett
one
one.
that-
Yeah.
I had it for PS2, and that's one of my all-time favorite games.
Dude, it was like, yeah.
Revolutionary, some like your jetpack was awesome because it had like a cooldown, but it wasn't like disabling you. You could pretty much use it as much as you wanted. But
Nice.
It
That's how
was
it should be.
It was
cooldown.
one of those first games for me that felt like a sandbox game.
Yeah.
So, but then Respawn came back with them with their, their template build for Jedi Fallen Order, and they're like, "This is what we really want to do. It's model, whatever. We have Jedi Fallen Order. It's a hit. It's a big time hit, and Disney's not having a great time with Star Wars hits, so they're looking for fucking anything. So I think they looked at Jedi Fallen Order because this episode came out, and BD from Jedi Fallen Order,
The little droid.
in Lady Woody Harrelson's hangar was in this episode, like in live action. So I'm thinking that maybe Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order might show up in live action Star Wars at some point.
I think BD just being there kind of confirms
That's
that
what I'm
definitely
saying.
going
That's
to
definitely
happen.
going to
Yeah.
happen.
You're saying it could just be like the same model droid. It doesn't. Is it?
No, they refer to him as BD.
Well, it's like
C-3PO is a...
yeah.
like
but
I know what you're
But
saying.
it's like it's a serial number at the end. So you
It's
like
BD1.
Like
And BD1 is the same one
There's
in
R2A4, like
Yeah.
it's not R2D2.
right. But it's been confirmed too
But
that it's him.
I think also it has to do with I'd never played Fallen Order, but I think also its personality is kind of the same
Yeah.
in The Mandalorian and in Fallen Order, like when he does like that little dance.
Yes.
Kind of
Also,
thing. Yeah,
Now, with this
dance.
episode coming out,
little foot dance.
they also said that there's 3 new Star Wars games. There's Jedi Fallen Order 2, and then there's 2 games that have been unannounced. Personally, I think they're going to do a Boba Fett or a Mandalorian game and base it in the same world
So
as this. You know what I mean?
It just so happens, like what we were talking about with all this, it just so happens that right after these games were announced, a day later there was another leak of Star Wars 1313, which that was a game that was a bounty. It was a Boba Fett bounty hunter game that was announced back in 2012. That they then killed, I think, in like 2014,
My God,
2015.
it's been 10 years?
It's been that long. It was announced in 2012 when they first showed like gameplay of it at an E3, and then they killed it a couple of years later. And ever since then, the internet has just been randomly. There's just been little drops of like, here's leaked footage of the game, like here's what the game could have been. And then just the day after they announced these 3 games, another leak of this game comes out. And it just so happens to also be a leak of Boba Fett chasing some guy. So I think absolutely this kind of confirms that. I don't think they're not rebooting 1313, but I definitely think one of the 3 games is going to be a
It
Boba
said
Fett game.
1313, by the way.
It said 1313.
Yeah, that's all. It's fine.
I like 1313.
Okay.
Kind of it's a personal thing, you know.
I like Diane.
That works
That's the
too.
way I like to say your name.
There's no I in there, but you
Yeah,
know, you
it
can
doesn't
try.
matter.
Yeah.
Diane.
Diane.
How about Diane?
Diane.
This is some Key and Peele shit going on.
Thank
right
you.
now.
Who's Key and who's Peel?
None of us.
Bro, I am definitely Key.
Key.
You're a fucking
I'm a Peel. Like
for
I'm,
sure.
Yeah, I'm groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm-
Goddamn right.
I'm staying afloat.
Comedy.
But yeah, they're.
Okay. All right. Hold on. So yeah,
I'm just.
that's what
looking
I think
through
what's going on here.
1313.
I think that there's gonna be
The leak
gonna be some
of
video
1313 was no coincidence. There was no coincidence that this happened right after they announced these 3 games.
there's gonna be 3. I think there's gonna be some video game characters coming into live action, notably Cal Kestis, which means another Jedi will be in Disney Plus.
What was his story? Was he? I don't know the story.
Find
of the
this
game,
thing
really.
that tells us where a bunch of
No,
other.
but who is he? Like who is he?
He was a Jedi.
He was a Jedi under.
And then when Order 66, he fled and he hid his powers for like 5 years.
he was like a young Jedi.
Oh, so he was
Yeah.
a young Jedi from Order 66. So
Yeah.
this is not. This isn't like after. Like this isn't during like the.
He was
Empire.
a Jedi. Like
Yeah.
he was not like a youngling or a Padawan or anything. He was a Jedi.
but he was still
But
young.
he was still
in-
young.
yeah.
But here's my question: what's the time difference? So you wouldn't be able to get the same actor.
You could get the same
Yeah.
actor.
just age him up.
No,
he
dude,
looks
it's,
like-
it's him. Like the actor
Yeah.
in the video game, they modeled the character after him.
But when is Book of Boba Fett taking place?
Probably around the same time because
This
it's after.
is
It's
after
after-
the fall
it will
of the
Jedi
Empire.
Jedi Fallen Order takes place 5 years after
after Order 66.
after Order 66, and
Which
So-
isn't.
Because I mean, like you think about it. So the Order 66. Think about that's when Luke and Leia were born.
Yeah.
Luke is 17 at the beginning of the original trilogy. That's a couple years in there, so it's about 20 years, and then when the fall of the Empire happens, and then so whenever Book of Boba Fett, a lot more time has gone by because think about the age of Boba Fett and how much he did say all those years ago in the desert with the Tuscans. So I'm thinking this is 25, 30 years later. You're not going to be able to use the same actor unless
well,
It
you
could
age
be
him.
like-
well,
it could
no,
be like-
Mandalorian takes place 5 years after the fall of the Empire. So if that's
Which
where
is
Book of
another-
Boba Fett is right now, then
it's
it takes place.
probably 25 to 30 years after Order
After-
66.
Okay. So maybe Cal Kestis wouldn't show up.
I mean,
He could. It would just have to be someone older.
no, they would definitely put him in it, but I'm sure they would give him like a beard and like, some signs of
Crow's
classic
feet.
classic aging.
I think that you guys are jumping the gun a little
Absolutely.
bit. I think that, but
we
I
saw
do
this with
think there's-
Bo-Katan because Bo-Katan was in a fucking Clone Wars, and then they made her a live action character.
Right.
We've got there's a lot going on already. So like, there's already the another show. Ahsoka Tano is getting her own show, right? So I'm not sure. I would love to see some of the video game characters come in. I just don't think that one droid necessarily means.
Wait, not Ahsoka. Bo-Katan. Well, I guess Ahsoka too. She was a animated
she's
character.
getting her own show.
Yeah.
But that's my 2
It
cents.
is a big jump, but whatever. It's Star
Maybe
Wars,
this-
and we can speculate.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
It's all speculation. All we know for sure is that we're getting 3 games.
But we're definitely getting Jedi Fallen
and
Order
Jedi
2,
Fallen Order
which
2.
I'm there for, and we're definitely getting a Bounty Hunter game.
One of them
For
is supposed
sure.
to be Star Wars Hunters, which I heard about, which is an online thing, I think.
Star Wars Hunters.
I think so.
Yep.
So an
it's
online,
you, a bounty hunter, and Chris Hansen, and you guys,
and you're hunting.
and you're
for
fucking
predators.
hanging out
Oh,
in
it might-
chat
it might
rooms,
not-
and you're just sending out little droplets.
It's nothing but chat
Yeah,
rooms.
it's a competitive arena combat game that's going to be on Switch. Oh, and pretty
And
much
everything,
phones.
you're on a normal sting,
Do you
and all of a
remember
sudden,
the first level from Bounty Hunter where you're in the arena and
You have
you're
to
fighting
fight
that
the
big
big
monster.
yeah.
I'd love more of that if it's Arena Warriors. It just make it like American Ninja Warrior or
It's just a
what's
parkour game.
what's the one that preceded that? It was actually like where you'd be like gladiatorial American Gladiators.
Right.
I want that, but with bounty hunters.
I would like if they did a what's that, like Hyrule Warriors game where it's like the wave fighting.
oh, like Dynasty Warriors type
Yeah.
of deal.
Like that would be pretty cool, actually. Like
For
as
Star
a,
Wars
for-
game?
but like as a bounty
I
hunter or
want
something.
a Shadow of Mordor, a Shadow of War style game,
That
but
would
for
be
Jedi.
so fun.
Like an open world Jedi game where like you have that sort of sword based combat.
That's
I want
I mean
that,
that's pretty
but
close.
GTA, where I want to pick
I wanna
up
drive around Mos
Twi'lek
Eisley.
hookers and just drive around
Dun,
into
dun,
the
dun,
alley.
dun,
with-
dun, 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 dun,
Flip the
dun.
radio. It's like that, but like lo-fi.
You're getting a lap.
You're
getting a lap dance to that song.
They did. Did you guys hear it? In Book of Boba Fett, there was like a different version of the Cantina song.
Yeah,
playing.
you had the Cantina dude and the big blue elephant guy.
Oh yeah, fucking what's his name? Something McCool.
Something.
That character's name. Hold on.
Did someone just get executed behind my house?
Someone got taken out.
Again?
This keeps happening to me. Please go back to the elevator music.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I think we've done enough
Yeah,
speculation.
we've done
I
enough
think.
speculation here tonight. You know what isn't speculative, guys? Is the fact that the Batman is here in a month.
So close.
Well, I guess like on Thursday it'll be a month. No, Friday, because
We gotta-
Friday's Dying Light.
We gotta watch some more old Batman movies.
I know, dude. I know. I'm trying, but I'm fucking tired. All right. I build websites all goddamn day. All
I'm
right.
just so tired.
It's.
I just can't look at another
I'm just
Batman.
so tired.
I can't look at another Batman again.
No more nipples, please.
By the way,
Oh, you
I
gotta,
finished-
you gotta. There's an ad on your phone.
Oh
for
shit!
Batman
There's
right
a
now.
Batman ad during the football game.
I
7-7, by the way.
I finished
That's
BioShock Infinite last night.
That's such a good game.
Yeah, I flew
That's
through the whole thing.
Such
with
a
him.
good fucking game.
I know.
But you don't have time for Batman.
I do, but it's like, do I want time for like? I can't sleep or Batman. You know, pick one.
BioShock also wasn't that long of a game, right? It's not
It's like
super
6
long.
to 8
I
hours.
was gonna say it's like 10-ish hours to complete.
Yeah, I feel like I beat it,
But
pretty
like,
quickly.
I feel
yeah.
like this time I went through it, like for whatever reason, I just got so much more money than I'm used to. So instead of me upgrading like 1 or 2 parts on my guns, I souped out like most of my guns, like most of my vigors, like.
this time you chose the angel investor in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
But like I also like searched every single thing.
You played it like how I play games.
Yeah, which is
like
weird.
turning over every rock, opening every cabinet.
I will get 1,000,000 potions and not use a single one.
I was just like taken aback because when I play games, I do that, but I do it at a much slower pace and I take in the scenery. Pat was just like whipping through rooms, like not
That's how I
looking
do
at
it now.
anything. I was like, Jesus Christ!
Now the amount of time I'm like, okay, I go in a room. There are 4 things I can open. 2 of them will be worth it.
Yep.
I will get
If
those.
there,
Especially if
there,
it's a game I've played before, it's just like no, yep, no, yep, no,
what's it called? If there's a loot animation in your game at this point, I don't want to play it.
No.
I'm here to loot the body. I don't want to watch me loot the body. That's weird.
Oh,
it should be click
Absolutely
on,
not.
menu comes up.
Yeah, little
take,
thing.
click
Take,
off.
take,
That's what I
yeah.
that's what I really like about I've been replaying Fallout 4. Fallout 4, you just go up to the body, the menu just opens right up, and then you
So
just
good.
go through, take what you want, and then leave the carcass.
Put your finger in one of the orifices.
Carry around the head.
It's still warm.
There was a
Maybe a
thing
little
actually
bit too warm.
I saw in Skyrim where it was like a cheat kind of thing that people do. Is you like kill somebody and you put all of your shit into them and you just carry their body around and then you have like infinite storage essentially. You literally just pick up their body and walk with it.
You can do that, but you also get Lydia the donkey, and you just drop things on the ground. And if you have a follower, you command them to pick something up. If you command them to pick it up, they have infinite carry.
Ooh.
So yeah, so you can just drop all your dragon bones and scales on
Can
the
you
ground.
start a
and then
cult in
just, yeah.
Skyrim?
Can you?
There's,
I know you can be
there's
a werewolf,
Factions
so-
and
Yeah, there's
the
like
dark hand
factions,
thing and
yeah.
everything, but
Yeah, you kind of become the leader of every single cult in the game. So you pretty much are
Of
a cult
course,
leader.
naturally.
So if you name your
Natural born
character
leader.
Joel Osteen,
Uniting the
beginning,
kingdoms. You
it's
know?
accurate.
it's accurate.
You know. So, speaking of uniting the kingdoms, the Batman had a clip come out.
Yeah.
That's a great segue.
I don't know why you guys insist on micromanaging the show as we're going. I know it sucks. Okay, I know.
I loved it
like,
for how
I'm
bad it was.
Like I'm
Just
there.
don't do it. Just
Like,
don't
I'm
do
there.
it.
You know
I
what
have
I mean?
to get up every
But,
morning,
like-
look in the mirror, and tell myself that was a bad segue.
I have to segue myself from
I don't-
awake to asleep every night.
Now,
You
putting
think it's easy?
No, shut the fuck up, Bruce.
pretty much.
Bruce.
Speaking of Bruce,
Speaking of Bruce, hey! That's how you segue.
yeah, we got
So-
the funeral scene.
Just take this.
Whose funeral is
tee
it,
this
though?
one off.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
It's Bruce Wayne's parents. It's the 25th anniversary of Bruce Wayne's parents' funeral.
Wow. So
You know what I find
You just
annoying?
can't
though?
let me stop.
So this isn't an origin story of Bruce Wayne.
he's renewing.
It's not an origin
He's renewing
story.
their last rites.
It's not an origin story. So we don't see those pearls falling in slow motion, but we still get pearls in this scene.
Yeah.
You can't
You
escape pearls
have
from a
to
Bruce
get
Wayne.
And my boy
Batman
gave
movie.
that girl some pearls.
I was waiting. I was
Come
waiting
on.
for somebody.
Nah.
We haven't hit our gutters yet, but we got our
No
pearls.
gutters, but now we got pearls.
So a couple things I wrote down. First of all, I can already tell the tone of this movie is going to be like rainy, a rainy Saturday.
Seattle.
Like every
Yeah.
horror movie.
Yeah. The one thing I did read was that this is told strictly from Bruce's point of view. So I think that's kind of reinforced in this sequence because like the camera never leaves Bruce. You know what I mean? I think another director would have cut to that car like in a weird angle speeding up the street or something, or maybe they would have hit it in the back. But no, like you hear the sounds of everyone like, what the fuck is going, like all the people screaming and shit.
And I just love that because it builds the tension.
Yeah.
It builds the tension, like what the hell is going on out here? Whereas Christopher Nolan would show them like
Six explosions,
Six
yeah.
explosions, show them hijacking
Be like
the car.
fucking Mad Max driving.
Well, it'd always be something that's like super convenient. They'd have like a made up object or something where it's like they put into this weird, it's like where they just stick it into the engine or something and it makes the engine like drive through solid objects or something.
That's
you know?
fair.
Like that's Christopher Nolan, I feel.
The vibe that I'm getting from this is almost like Seven. Who did Seven?
That's I'm David Fincher.
Yeah, I'm
but
getting a straight
that's
up
what
Fincher
he.
vibe.
Okay, so Matt Reeves said that this was like a 7. That this is what he called his final cut of the Batman, almost like a horror film. So I kind of get those vibes too. The part with Riddler standing on the balcony,
balcony.
with the silhouette, I was like, mwah. I was like, everything, all the cinematography is so purposeful. You know what I mean? And in this 2 minutes, you get to see. So there's such like, it's such a feast of what you get to see when you go see this movie.
Yeah, like it's so hyper focused in this scene that it just is like you completely can tell the, like Nick said, the entire like feel of this
Go
movie.
ahead. Call him autistic.
I'm not gonna. Nick did a great job. What I do think actually is super. Yeah. What I do think is actually really cool about this scene, and I'm wondering
I
if it's gonna
meant
be
Matt
like,
Reeves,
I
not
know.
Nick. By the
Wait,
Look.
is Matt Reeves autistic?
No, but
Is he?
every
I think we
fucking
shouldn't
time
spread
I
that
talk about
rumor.
how remember the thing about me having a learning disability?
Well, you do. Yeah.
I don't. And that's the other thing.
Buddy,
is
it's
that
okay.
It's hyper-focused autism.
There's a clip on YouTube that says otherwise.
There's a hyper-focused autism.
Hyper-focus
like,
is also ADHD. So
Well, the one thing that I take away from this is that Robert Pattinson is not playing off Bruce Wayne as not being Batman very well, because the whole time he's looking at all the cops just, what are you guys talking about?
do they know it's me?
I'm not Batman. What are you talking about? They're like, sir, I don't know who you are.
They're at his parents' 25th anniversary funeral. That's why he's so awkward. He's very upset.
What
Why
I think
do-
actually
He's looking at pearls. Okay, pearls are a trigger for
Why
him.
do
all right?
people? Why do characters in funeral scenes in movies choose to share valuable information about the plot in like a whisper shout mode that the main character overhears? Like when they're talking about how they're like, Coulson hasn't been seen in 2 days. It's like that could have waited until later, like a text or something.
We could have done this at the repass. you
Yeah,
know? We didn't have to do it right in the
vulnerable at
church.
funeral.
Yeah, and like, and then later on you see that it's Coulson coming out, and it says now. I don't know if you guys. I mean, everybody here has seen all of the trailers for this movie. Every fucking time they put one out, we talk about it on the show. That guy definitely explodes because there's a shot of Batman behind that car being thrust backwards with a fireball in front of him in the first trailer. That guy 100% explodes.
It's fine. He can die.
You're talking this car with all the writing on it?
Yes.
So you're saying
The bomb that guy has
he
on
gets
his neck?
back in the car and drives it away?
No.
Batman from this scene goes to that side of the car, I think.
Do you know where Bruce Wayne is standing in the scene?
Yeah.
Okay. He comes back dressed as Batman. Like, he does that thing where he
runs into the
disappears.
confessional.
Yeah.
I mean, probably. Like,
He does that thing where he disappears and then he comes back fully dressed in like an impeccable amount of time. He's going to do that. And then it's going to explode and that dude's going to be murdered.
Dude, how do you get into that rubber suit that quickly?
a
I
lot.
would have to shimmy myself so
you have
much.
a lot of
Baby
baby
powder.
powder,
In
baby
there.
powder,
Baby powder. That's
and
true.
a lot of Vaseline.
A lot of One thing they never tell you about Batman, he's always covered in Vaseline.
He's gooping around that suit.
You can't get a grip on this guy.
He's trying to like sneak around and it's just like
I just picture like
those noises.
a thug grabs Batman
No.
and like it oozes out of like the seams of the suit.
What the fuck?
You can't do BJJ against
Oh,
Batman.
what the fuck?
Like, oh, come
Oh,
on.
what the fuck? Stay moisturized, punk.
So, Mike, could you not find that shot?
I couldn't actually. Like,
You know what really chaps my ass? Nothing. 'Cause I'm always
on this suit.
doused in Vaseline.
you go.
Mike, it's cool if you don't, you can't find it, but yeah, I don't remember that shot that you guys are talking about where he blows up.
I might be getting confused with a different one actually.
I'm not.
Okay.
I
Well,
thought you were talking about the scene where he's driving and
No,
Yeah, that's what I- that's
there's
what
no
I'm-
driving
okay.
involved. There is one scene it looks like where Batman like walks into a giant puddle and he's like chest deep in whatever and like he's holding a flare
I think it's more
because
than a
that's like
puddle
on
at
the
that point.
poster. On the poster. It's on the poster.
He's chest deep in
The
Vaseline. He's in a pool of his.
Right,
oh
yeah.
wait, right there. Hey, he's in a pool of his own Vaseline.
wait, hold on here.
I don't think it's in the Bat and the Cat trailer.
It's in. Yeah, it's right here. Well, here's the
that's
Vaseline.
Yes, that's the vat of Vaseline.
Vat of
But
Vas.
where is that's
Did you
Vaseline?
Did you see all that Vaseline
Vaseline
pulling into the
but
street?
They're in the first trailer, not this one.
I
the
looked
one
in the
that came-
first trailer and I didn't see it either. But
Dude, this is the Riddler's main mission: is to moisturize the world. It's like
the world has dried.
The world
out.
is suffering from dry
I'm so
skin.
tired of looking at your dry elbows,
I'm
Batman.
tired of
See
looking
if we
at
can
these
find it.
ashy motherfuckers.
Yeah, but it's in there. That dude's gonna blow up. Either way, though, can we do this already? I'm fucking.
know.
I
Don't
can't
push it
wait
back.
to
Don't push
see
it back.
What?
Please don't push it back.
We're 1 month away.
I
Nothing
know.
can go wrong.
Nothing can go wrong.
Morbius.
Oh yeah, remember Morbius?
That would have been out
Did
last
that come out
weekend.
yet?
It got moved to
No,
April.
it got it. This was it
why?
the tweet that I sent you or did we?
I sent you the tweet
Yeah.
that we've been seeing trailers for that movie so long. They changed out from the people who brought you Spider-Man Far From Home to the people who brought you Spider-Man No Way Home.
Either way, it's still like, yeah, okay, you guys did that.
They
from
did.
a single producer of.
We had creative
from the
oversight.
movie that we produced on the back of Spider-Man No Way Home.
At the same lot as
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
From who really gives a shit? Are you gonna see this movie or not?
Just your friendly neighborhood Dr. Michael Morbius.
Actually, I know we're going off topic, but like, what do you think at this point the executives are like? What in their wildest dreams is the best outcome for Morbius?
How do we put Andrew Garfield in this and let everybody know without spoiling the surprise?
To come as close as possible to making their money back. That's all they want. That's all they want.
They're just going to put Venom at the post-credits trailer scene again.
Well, actually,
Watch
that's
It's
why they pushed
amazing.
it back.
Watch, it's amazing.
Look, I would love to be wrong.
Don't get me. Jared Leto is still an Oscar winner. Don't take it away. He's
Hey,
still
man.
an Oscar winner. He could
Did you see
play
House
an
of Gucci,
impeccable
though?
vampire.
Yeah, did you see
Well, he
House
is a
of Gucci?
vampire.
No. Well, no, I'm saying he can play. Well, actually, that's true.
Physically is
Wait,
a vampire.
He's
did you
been
see
living-
House of Gucci?
It's
No.
a me.
He's fucking awful in that
No,
movie.
I mean, yeah, he's
Jared
in a fat
Leto.
suit. You got to let Jared Leto just
Because
be
you're in a
the
fat
vampire
suit
that he
doesn't
is.
make you a bad actor.
yeah.
Dude, it's hard to act in the fat suit.
Have you seen Mrs. Doubtfire? And you're going to tell me it's hard to act in a
Sorry,
fat
Robin
suit.
Williams is in a league of his own.
That's
He's in a league
Robin
of his
Williams.
own.
Robin
I came in
Williams
hot. I came in
is
hot.
the only place. I mean, the only place is the only Robin Williams is the only place.
Michael Myers is fat bastard.
Okay,
I can bring several examples
Robin
of good
Williams
acting in a fat
is the
suit.
only actor in Hollywood ever to have studios fighting for his employment, screw him over afterwards, and demand apologies, and never work with the big three, and still have a giant career afterwards. Okay, a league of his own, Mike.
Would you say? I know this is a very specific category, but would you say that Robin Williams is like the Michael Jordan of film comedy? I don't want to include like stand-up comedy because like that's a whole different ball game. But I think like he's the GOAT of like comedy films.
You got to give me time to think on that one. Yeah, you can't just throw that out there for me to imprise on.
Have you seen an
I don't
Adam
know.
Sandler movie?
I was literally about to say like Daddy Sandler,
Little Dicky.
Little
Nicky.
Little Nicky,
Little
Big
Dicky.
Daddy,
Have
Happy
you seen
Gilmore,
these movies that I've clearly never seen?
Big Dicky,
You know, Small Daddy.
Sad Gilmore,
Mrs. Deeds.
Grumpy Gilmore,
Hotel Transylvania.
Hotel Transylvania 1,
Hotel Transylvania 2.
4.
Jack and Jill.
Plays two characters in the two title characters in Jack and Jill.
All right, I'm convinced.
What's the Al Pacino?
Oh, Dunkachino.
Dunkachino.
Gotta have a sip of my Dunkachino. It's a real thing that he did for money. I have no respect for Al Pacino.
That was it.
Wait, what is this?
Oh.
He did a
We've
Dunkin'
defi-
commercial?
We've definitely talked about this.
I don't
think
remember
on
a
the show.
Dunkachino. What do I gotta do to get a Dunkachino?
What's his name?
Al
Al
Pacino.
Pacino,
Al Pacino, Dunkachino.
Robert
They
De
rhyme.
Niro.
They rhyme. Sorry, the Liberty Mutual.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Emu.
I got it.
Burke
I
is
got
already
it, Burke.
pulling it up.
Something's brewing at D&D.
Why'd you gotta do that to Burke?
Well, you can hear the audio from it.
Oh, got it.
It's Dunk. Dunkachino? Don't mind if I do.
Oh, God.
Dunkachino. It's a whole new game. Dunkachino.
We might get DMCA'd for this. So
All right, you can cut it there.
Okay,
But
yeah, I think I get the idea. Oh, my God. Oh, I did not get the idea. Oh, not until he ripped open. Oh, my God.
we get the fucking copyright strike for
Al
this.
Pacino's lawyers come after us.
Was it worth it?
I mean, this is actually worse than Odell Beckham Jr. doing the running on the cold brew. Running on the cold brew. Running on the cold
Well,
brew.
that's
He
fine
did-
because that was like
it was bad.
it
And
was
also
bad, and like you can tell the amount of effort he put into that.
and also OBJ is not an Oscar-winning actor.
This is
as
a
well.
fucking full-blown theatrical performance.
I will. It was. That's not a real commercial. That's from
you
Jack
guys
and Jill.
can't do
But
that.
the fact that that's in like Jack and Jill is a bad movie, and he was willing to do this for one of the worst movies.
Right.
It's like, how much respect do you have for yourself? It's the same thing as Don Cheadle in Space Jam: A New Legacy. It's like, come on, I expect more from you.
To be fair, if I was Don Cheadle, I mean, he read the script, so it is his fault, 100%. But Like it has
He
the
put
pot-
himself
it's,
in
it's,
this
it's a
situation.
good gamble. Like you know how like revered Space Jam 1 is.
Revered Space Jam 1 is, and also you get the opportunity to work with LeBron James. It's just like, I kind of just feel like, yeah, no, he had to say
Okay,
yes.
hold on,
He
hey.
had no choice to say
And
yes.
Monstars.
And the Monstars.
Let's bring it back.
To play Al G Rhythm.
Bring it back.
100%.
We got to bring it back for a second. Batman.
Spiritually.
Talking about Batman. Talking about Batman.
So,
We're
sorry,
talking
We're
about,
talking about
actors
algae
who fall
rhythm.
from grace because of one performance.
Talking about Batman.
It's not a bad topic.
Yeah.
lose respect.
Talking about Batman.
Yeah.
Hotel Rwanda.
I'm sold on this. This is going to be the greatest thing that comes out all year, and I'm sorry it's the first big one because now after this comes out, I have nothing to look forward to.
I'm actually super excited how they're going to do the cinematography for this movie.
Hold
because
on, Mike. There's 2 Pinocchios coming out this year. You got a lot to look forward to.
And also, I mean,
I
after
want to talk
this,
about Batman.
I'm kind of also then excited for the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
That's true.
And we'll get there.
Yeah.
But the Pinocchios.
Okay.
Anyway, just from the scene about that, that they released that we're talking about today, I thought like I'm glad we're out of that super hyper fixated, focused, really zoomed in kind of like movie shots and everything. Because there's a
You mean like from the trailers?
well, even from like most of like cinematography, I feel from like 2008 on or whatever. I don't have a specific date.
Have you seen any of Matt Reeves' older movies?
What'd he do?
Planet of the Apes.
Oh, yeah.
He did He did Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and he did War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
You guys haven't seen him. You've seen.
I saw
I've
the
seen all
first
of them,
one.
Yeah. Yeah. They're great.
Dude, there's a
They're
scene.
phenomenal.
Okay, so I remember when we first saw that movie, Danny and I went, and Joe couldn't, right? And we were trying to explain to Joe that it's a good movie, he should see it. And we told him that, Joe, you don't understand, there is a sequence where a chimpanzee has 2 LMGs in his hands and is riding a horse down a street, firing guns and killing these humans. And
Surrounded by fire.
Surrounded by fire. And Joe just goes, hold up. You're telling me.
You had me at chimpanzee holding
Pretty much.
LMGs.
And then I told him, yeah, and there's a part where they just put a camera on the top of a tank as it spins while it moves forward and like crashes into a building. And like you just see all these like these small instances of carnage where there's like an ape on fire or like they execute a guy like an active war
Like
zone.
outside.
Right? Yeah, like holy shit. Yeah, like that right out there. And I told he was just like, I gotta see his fucking movie. I don't think he
gonna go
has
buy it.
seen it. However,
No, I don't think he has.
However, it is amazing. It's the James Franco one, Rise, was okay, but like
forgot he was in
it was
that.
decent.
yeah, it was decent. But the
It was good
the
enough to
ones that
launch.
came after
Yeah.
are in a whole nother
Now, did Matt
realm.
Reeves do the first Planet of the Apes?
Rise.
Rise. Did
No,
he do
he
Rise?
didn't.
So he did Dawn and War,
Mm-hmm.
which were the 2 better ones.
Yeah, yeah, way better.
As I've said before, I'm a fan of the original Planet of the
Yeah, we
Apes.
know Cornelius,
And,
whatever.
Yeah. That one had a bunch of mole people living under the ground that worshipped a nuclear bomb. If Matt Reeves isn't giving me that, then I don't care.
This is if it's Planet of the Apes in name only because it's like here are just some apes that got smart. Like that's what this is. You know what I mean? And then they went and moved into some the redwoods in California. That's there you go. That's Planet of the Apes.
I do intend to go back and watch based on your recommendations. I will.
They're really
I'll go
good.
check 'em out.
They're really
No, they're
really good.
They're actually really good. Again, you just kind of got to get through the first one, which is fine. Like it's okay.
It's
but
not
then
a
you
bad movie.
It's not bad, but it's not gonna
But
blow
it's
your
not
mind.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes fucking blew my mind. Like, cause I was like,
That's a
how do
chef's
they
kiss of a
make
movie.
me care this much about CGI gorillas? And that was when I wanted to believe they were CGI gorillas because the fucking CGI is so good that while we were watching it, I was like, those are real fucking gorillas, right?
They're killing
Those are-
fucking
They got
gorillas.
actual gorillas to do
They got
this.
real monkeys to do this.
I also really liked the Tim Burton one, but I think I was just too young to recognize that it wasn't a good movie. But back to your point about Batman. Getting us
Well, yeah,
back
I
on
was
track.
talking specifically about Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
But
we're still-
But to your point, Pat and I had talked about this too. The shots are long. Like
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
cut rapidly. It's like very kind of like pensive and meditative. So I'm looking forward to some old school filmmaking.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
that's what when I was like when I watched the scene, the first thing I was like, this looks like The Godfather.
Yeah.
In like long, big shots of things. So it's gonna be. I mean, it's a 3-hour movie, right? Like that's.
Yeah,
It's like 247,
Yeah.
We'll just call that 3.
255 with, I mean, like plus, dude, it's like
Plus credits,
it's
plus
an
opening,
afternoon.
plus yeah.
It's an afternoon. You know what I mean? I was actually thinking about taking the day off of work and like going like early on Thursday, like
If
in
you
the afternoon.
if you do that, I'll probably do that. I really want to go for this one too, like the like the fan showing.
The
essentially.
Thursday?
Yeah, because I
So you-
haven't done that in probably honestly since like Harry Potter. I haven't gone to
No,
like a midnight showing for that.
I think whichever came last, Harry Potter or Dark Knight Rises. That was the last one that I did.
we saw Dark Knight Rises together at midnight.
Was that now? Which did the final Harry Potter come out after that or before that?
Final Harry Potter was the year before that.
Year before that. So Dark Knight Rises was the last like midnight showing that I ever went to.
Because I remember seeing Harry Potter and seeing the trailer for Dark
Dark
Knight
Knight
Rises in Harry
I
Potter.
don't know if I've ever gone to one.
A midnight showing?
they're really fun. They are fun.
Well, now it's like
They don't
7
have
now
them.
it's
They
like
don't have
8
them
now it's like
anymore,
8
but-
p.m.
Yeah.
Well, I think the closest I've ever gotten was when we saw No Way Home, and just being in an audience that big, that excited. I was like, "Whoa, I
People-
get it now."
So people
Yeah,
were always
100%.
asking me, like specifically like my brother, who's like, I only go to the movies when there's no one there. It's like, all right, whatever.
Why do you?
He's like,
That's-
why
that's
do you?
your choice.
He's like,
That's fine.
Why do you want to go to the movies when there's people there? It's like, it's not just that there's people there. I'm going on Thursday at 7:00. That's right there is the time slot of the people who want to see this the most, and like
It's
those people
exciting.
want to have fun.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to
there's
ruin
an
the
energy,
movie.
Yeah,
there's a
it's
certain
not gonna
energy.
be people like just bullshitting and talking the whole time. You get that occasionally, but
Yeah.
for the most part, it's just people really excited to see this that are then yelling and screaming,
Yeah,
and it's a
Exactly,
lot of fun.
and that's-
everybody there
and
wants
like
to be there.
that's why I go, because you have a good time and like and people are cheering and all this shit, and like it's all fans, and like I don't want to be there when like it's just
A
like
mom who
Saturday
dragged,
at
like, 3
6
kids or
o'clock,
something,
yeah, and
yeah.
then like they went to dinner first, and like now like it's a bunch of teenagers or something, and they're throwing popcorn at each other or some
It's
shit.
like,
You know what I mean?
kind of compare it to like going to like in a sporting event, going to like a playoff game. There's a different atmosphere going to a playoff game versus going to like a regular season baseball game. Everyone there is there because they paid good fucking money to go to the game, and they're going to be paying attention the whole time. You're not going to really have to deal with too much from other fans. It's really just everyone is excited for the game,
Unless
and
they're
it's
drunk.
a lot of fun.
I mean,
It
yeah,
happens.
the only-
It happens.
the only-
You can get drunk
the
at
only
movies.
difference here is that there's definitely less of a chance of you getting the shit beaten out of you by a drunk guy in the parking lot.
Can we go get drunk and go to see Batman together?
I am not
maybe
getting.
maybe the second time.
Yeah.
Actually, I will bring a flask and I will get shitty to go see Batman.
I will come in
and
here
I will
and
fight.
fall over all this gear.
I will fight someone in the parking lot.
You'll lose in the. I'm gonna be like, damn, World Star.
Yeah, someone's gonna be in a Batman costume, and you're gonna try and fight.
And
them.
I'm gonna fight.
It's gonna pull out a fucking batarang and
I'm gonna
Hey,
cover
look, he's
myself
right
in
here.
Vaseline. Cover myself in Vaseline.
You think he's not in Vaseline too?
He just fucking slides over to you real quick. It's just
I will
Through
take
the whole
someone
parking
down.
lot slides.
da-da-da-da.
Oh,
All right, yeah, we're gonna see the Batman.
We're
It's gonna be a
excited.
good time.
And we're gonna be hammered.
All right, so another movie that is coming out this year. It's probably our second big splash, right?
Pinocchio?
Pinocchio.
which one?
Good Will Hunting. But no, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness originally was supposed to come out, I think, like March 22nd. They moved it. They moved the whole schedule back 4 months. What?
There's just a side image of Mark Wahlberg with the mustache and the
Like
the Palm Sunday or Ash Wednesday
Ash Wednesday.
cross
thing,
on
cross,
his forehead,
yeah.
and Nick just goes, "Look."
You got something to say? No.
Father's
And
too
Mel
sick.
Gibson's in it.
So-
Mel Gibson.
Multiverses of Madness is coming out.
It's only one multiverse.
Is it? I've heard it said both
Doctor
ways.
Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Okay, makes sense.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, multiverse,
'cause
multiple.
The multiverse is already plural.
Well,
There's many verses.
Fucking
either way,
grammar people
there
here.
has been some.
What you get for your 1313 comment?
There has been some rampant
speculation
on
to
who is cameoing in this shit. And we got a list off Twitter, the most fucking objective place on the internet.
Well, they did. MovieWeb.com also made this into an article. Like,
oh, they did?
They did, which I got pulled up here. But it's literally all the same characters,
Well,
and
fuck
it's kind
you,
of just
MovieWeb.
it's just like that,
Anyway.
and then it's kind of like this guy might be in here because
this is a different list though.
This is a different list than what we have.
Is
here.
it?
Yes.
I don't remember. I don't remember him being on.
He
that
was
one.
on that
He's
list.
definitely on the list.
Yeah.
Never mind then. I'll
Make
go
you
fuck
drunk.
myself.
If you keep scrolling, like
Yeah,
yeah,
like
like
that-
Ryan Reynolds wasn't on there.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there, yeah. Jesus
However, they weren't
Christ.
on there.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Okay,
just- don't
so we're
like
just
this
going to get
article.
started with it, and we're just going to go down the list. First up, Tom Cruise as Iron Man. We talked about this last week a little bit. It's plausible. It's plausible, but I don't think it's the
You have set
strongest.
photos.
I don't think it's the strongest
Faked,
candidate on this
photoshopped.
list.
Photoshop, poorly
Okay.
done set photos.
Yeah, right.
Number 2, Nicolas Cage is Ghost Rider.
Well, he is goth now,
He is goth. Yes, that is correct.
so this
It
leather.
immediately lines up. He rides a motorcycle. He doesn't owe money to the IRS anymore.
Has he broken even?
I don't know.
it's probably just
Do we?
defaulted.
I want to know. Is there any proof that he's out of debt at this point?
I don't know.
Proof.
He did Willy's Wonderland, so it leads me to believe he's still working on paying off that debt.
He's doing a movie
Dude's
about
in more
himself.
debt the entire generation that we're in with student debt.
He's doing a movie about himself where he is in
He
debt.
is in debt
He is
and
in
makes
debt.
bad purchases in that movie.
Makes poor purchases and then does
He currently-
really desperate movies or
He
things
currently
in order to make money.
owes $13 million to the IRS.
And now,
Rounding error.
so
But
from,
he's also worth like $50 million.
It's all from Y2K though.
True.
He lost all that money in Y2K.
well,
Either
he
way,
put all the money into a
who
bunker.
gives a shit
Put it in-
about
put it
his,
in my dad's
loan.
bunker.
Who gives a
He
shit
couldn't
about-
pay the loan back on?
He invested in hit clips. That went downhill.
He was an early investor in Hit Clips.
we get it.
Okay. Who cares about his fucking debt? My point is,
The IRS.
yes,
Arrest us.
him being in Multiverse of Madness. He'll be a fun novelty. I don't think it's a strong possibility of him showing up because Ghost Rider is a big enough name that he can carry a franchise. So why waste him or introduce him this way?
Well, it's also just they could put Ghost Rider in with his flaming skull, and you would never know. Like
that's
Nicolas
true.
Cage doesn't have to be
That's
in the movie.
true. It's like
That's
what they
true,
did
yeah.
with Sandman in
Just composites. Yeah.
Well, except that Sandman still looked like the actor. This, you can just put a skull on
Yeah.
fire. Yeah.
That's Nicolas Cage's skull, man.
Sorry,
you could just light Nicolas Cage on fire and you'll
if you pay him enough money,
Pay him enough and he'll do it.
It's crazy because the first
Just
Ghost
make
Rider
the check
movie,
out to
Light
the
my hair
Internal
on fire.
Revenue
the
Service.
first Ghost Rider movie, Nicolas Cage actually wanted to use like the least amount of makeup possible. So that's really his head on fire in those scenes in the first Ghost Rider.
I thought you were going to say he put himself in that gel. You know how they stunt that all- Like he really wanted to do it. He wanted to be on fire.
He showed up to set in that gel and was like, "Can somebody light me on fire? I want to see if this will work."
all the
Someone light me up.
Vaseline.
It's just Vaseline.
Flammable.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he needs to be in it. Like
I get
I mean,
nothing
I can
from
just
it.
preface as well. I don't think any of them need to be in it
Some of-
besides for one.
all right, some of them might be cool to be in it. For this, it's just kind of like y'all are just.
You're
you
just
know.
you're just throwing the kitchen sink
Okay,
at it. Everything.
so then we got what's it, Nick? You definitely know how to say this. Oh wait, actually, hold on. I'm sorry, not him yet. Okay, so then the other one, the next one on this list is Ian McKellen's Magneto.
cool.
He definitely, I think he's more possible than. I mean, they got Ralph Boner, right?
Ian McKellen is 82 years old.
Yeah,
He's not. I don't think he's going to reprise Magneto.
you don't think
I really don't think so.
he's gonna be like, my grandson needs those shoes, and like,
That's a great impression. I think
What is the relevance of this?
I don't think it's going to come down to a matter of like he's too old. I think we've seen plenty of like he's very active, right? He's out there and doing things.
Right.
I think it comes down to a matter of does he
Nice
want to
size.
do it and do they want him to do it? And I just don't see any like of all the characters, I don't see why he would be chosen, especially because they're gonna. My thought is they're gonna want to get characters where they can bring them in and then potentially stick them in as cameos later on. Why would you pick the 82-year-old man to do it when you could pick a character like a Nick Cage who has a little bit more longevity?
Because like the Supreme Court, you better get him now while he's still around.
Well, like
I mean, it's like or like the Supreme Court where it's like they're picking younger and younger people
Yeah,
because they want them on there forever.
Yeah, exactly.
the thing is though, if this is gonna be like the introduction,
was that a drop? Did you hit a drop, Jess?
No.
It sounded like a man just came through and said, "Yeah," like that. Did anybody hear
I think
that?
it was one of them
Was it
with
me
the
saying
mic slightly far away.
Yeah.
It was. I'll go back and obviously we can go back and listen to it.
I just
Wait a minute. Yeah.
yeah. I think if you're gonna introduce X-Men into the MCU, it is going to be a big thing. Like if you're gonna do
It's
it,
coming. It's called The Mutants. Remember we did an episode on it. We cast everybody. Who's Larry Boy playing?
you go back and check it
Yeah.
out. Go to our archive. Press any key, any platform, podcast.
Help. Anyway,
But I do agree though. Like if they're gonna throw X-Men characters in there, it's going to be purposeful. It's not just gonna be for the sake of all right. Let's throw Professor X and Magneto in here. No, it's gonna be let's really make it work. Exactly what you guys are saying.
One way that I think it would happen is a post-credit scene with Charles Xavier
Why
to
not?
introduce it all.
Why not just get Fassbender and McAvoy?
Yeah, I mean, well,
That works too.
yeah, I was literally gonna say, well, like the timeline doesn't add up and shit, and I was like, it's a multiverse of madness.
The timeline doesn't matter. Timeline is circular.
Okay.
Flat
what
circle.
what if they start going into older movies though?
What do you
Like
mean?
what
Like-
if like you have Ian McKellen because like they travel to like the first X-Men movie or whatever.
You're just playing Bioshock
Days
Infinite
of
right
Future
now.
Past.
Yeah. Exactly like that. Except the precedent's already established, so it doesn't create this weird thing where nobody knows what the real canon
The poster
is.
like falls off for
Those-
multiverse and it's
those
Days of Future
X-Men
Past.
movies are great. There's a lot of flaws in them, but they're great.
They're done though.
We got Hugh Jackman. That was amazing. Bury those fucking movies. I want to be done with them. And I want to move on.
Stop! You're hurting my heart.
So you want
I don't think you understand how much I really like Days of Future Past. It's like one of my favorite
It's a really
comic
good
book movies.
It's just we don't need any more of them. Let's start fresh.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree, but
Days of Future Past is amazing.
we don't need to
It's
bury them. Don't
fantastic.
remember, you guys. X-Men built the house that all of this stands on now. Okay, so
This home.
this fucking
This
house
fucking house
was built before X-Men was even published. Okay, so moving on from Magneto, you definitely know how to say his name because he's an actor that you know for sure. This is one of your things. You know names of actors that I would never hope to even conceive.
I'm assuming it's Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
No, no,
You
it's
never
not
know how to
him.
That's
say
the
that.
one. Like
No.
main.
Who did he play?
Ionan. How do you say?
Give it your shot.
Yeah, it's
Is
like
this their name or their
Ionan.
characters?
Ionan. I don't know how to say his name. Mr. Fantastic from the first.
I don't. I know who he is, but I have no
Read
idea
his
what
name. Show Nick his name, and
Ian.
That's not-
IOAN.
Yeah, I've never seen that name before, but if I had to guess, I would say probably a variation on Ian.
Go to the tape. Hold on. Wait. Don't. We're not paying for ads from AAA. They didn't
How do
give
you
us
say his
support
name?
money.
here we go. Come on.
Doesn't read like it's spelled at all, but it's pretty straightforward.
He's French.
Johan.
Yoan.
Johan Grufford.
It's pretty straightforward. Johan.
Yoan, I guess. It's Romanian and straightforward. You know, we're a bunch of fucking idiots. So.
Wait, can you go back?
It's said exactly how it's spelled. Obviously.
Johan. The next one up was skip towards the end. Not that one. Not that one, Mike. Not that one.
You don't want some Irish name
Skip-
pronunciation?
Keanu Reeves. I want to see how he.
Keanu.
He's been saying his own name.
Looking at how to pronounce this name of Hawaiian origin, a name beautifully meaning cool mountain breeze. Yes, it is a unisex non-gender name that can be used for both boys or girls, but of course it is mostly famous for being the name of star actor featuring in cult movies such as The Matrix, Speed, or Point Break.
Say it.
How do you go about pronouncing this name?
Say it.
Keanu. K-A-Nu.
All right.
Keanu.
Exactly like we thought.
Okay.
Keanu.
Either way,
I love how he's
Thank you,
also,
Julian Miguel.
He did videos on like some of the most popular actors. In case
The
you
man
didn't know.
knows SEO.
okay. So him as well.
Matt Damon.
Ben Affleck.
Chris Pratt.
Crisp Rat.
There it is. That's the right way.
Come.
Got the
Got it. So we got the Fantastic
So Mr.
Four.
They're not
Fantastic.
showing up. They're not. It's
No,
just
there's
There's
no
no
point.
fucking way. They're doing
I
their
don't
own.
think any. I think if they show up, everyone's just gonna
All
be
right.
like, "Oh, okay."
Here's one I think is possible. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I don't think he will be integral part of the story. I don't think he will have all that screen time.
He died.
How? Oh, did he? Wow.
He died. He's dead.
He did.
I,
No mas.
however,
Just bury him.
I do think that it would be one of those things where like they CGI his face onto something, or you know what I mean?
Hunt the Leaf Schreiber.
Yeah.
I think. Although I think it'll
Listen,
be
I
great.
just saw Hugh Jackman on Broadway, and he does not have a Wolverine body anymore. Okay, so he's not just
He's got that thin Broadway.
yeah,
Yeah.
Or maybe like
he's not on HGH anymore.
Or here's something. Actually, maybe I'll introduce that idea at the end of this list, but whatever. I'm just gonna say it right now. What if these actors are back playing versions of these characters from other realities where like maybe Logan is James Hallett and he's like a librarian, you know what I mean, in like whatever time, and that's how he helps Doctor Strange, is he finds the book that he needs or some shit.
Marvel would probably do some stupid shit like that to try
Like
and
just
make
imagine,
a joke.
like they're outside a big library door and they're like, "Yeah,
Can
I
you say
know
that word again?
library,
Library.
library."
I mean, I would really
They
like it
knock
if Hugh
on the
Jackman
door,
comes back and,
and
his
he's just
Wolverine
like, "Yeah, I
appearance
used to know
is
this
just
motherfucking
the
guy."
like the same thing from the first X-Men movie where he just tells them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
I would like that as if Hugh Jackman's coming
It's like,
back.
yeah, but I'm saying like he opens the door, he's got the glasses, and this is, "Oh, what the fuck do you want?" Like, you know, there's that interaction, you know.
He accidentally spears a book.
Yeah,
with
and then like, or like
They
something
stab
along,
him.
yeah, and like
He's
something
just,
along the
"Oh, look at
line
that."
is just like later on he's like, "Yeah, in another universe, this guy died by like a tree stump or something." Like,
Oh,
and,
he's
and all
like
the fans are like, "Oh," you know, like
he's like a
they're
arcane,
talking about, you know.
like
when he
the
died.
knowledge man.
That's
like,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like that would be interesting. I could see
and he's a pacifist.
that.
He
you know what I
refuses
mean?
to fight.
Yeah. I could see
such a
that
weird-
version of Wolverine in the MCU multiverse, whatever. That would be,
Where
I
they
think
just
that's
neuter
a
him.
possibility.
They just
Yeah.
neuter. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what Marvel will
He's
do.
not having tea and crumpets, okay, but he's like, you know, he's not a murderer.
Drives home in a Honda
In
Civic.
a Honda Civic. It has great gas mileage.
Look, it's just it's practical at this
Look,
point.
it gets me from A to B. You know.
He still has a gun rack, though, on the back of his Honda Civic. With an axe on
that he
it.
puts hovels on,
Little bobbleheads and everything.
and he reads Parade magazine.
Hi, honey, I'm home.
He reads GQ.
Who
He's
else
still
you
that
got
kind
on
of
your
guy.
list?
Okay. I
This has
have,
gone on far too long.
we have Holly Berry as Storm. Not going to happen.
I would like that one.
I mean, I would like that
I would-
one,
I
but
would
I don't
like-
think it's going to happen.
Again, anybody from X-Men.
Once again, she could also be one of those, like, I actually opened up this fucking ice cream bar.
I now work as a meteorologist on
Yeah.
a local weather channel.
Yeah, or like,
I'm the most accurate meteorologist.
I'm a client change denier. That's what she is.
The
Well, I
Earth
mean,
goes
she-
through periods of warming and cooling all the time.
if she can control the weather, then
And you know what else
that's
is
very
warm
true.
right now? These supplements. It's just like that. There she is. That's her.
these Cutco brand knives.
Yep. She plays a virgin.
They already did that with J. Jonah Jameson.
Do it again.
That's true. Yeah.
Do it again. Candace
They already
Owens
turned him
needs
into
her.
Alex Jones.
Hers.
Who else? Who else we got?
James Marsden as Cyclops.
James Marsden is Alex Jones.
You got anybody that not
That's
in
not
X-Men?
an X-Men. I'm gonna get too
We
tight.
got Patrick Stewart as Professor X.
Is that
That is the most possible one.
That is very possible too, I think.
Except he died too.
Wesley Snipes as Blade.
Oh, in the movies.
Yeah.
I
Oh
don't
my God. I was like,
think
how did I miss that?
No.
Wesley Snipes as Blade. I don't think that, once again, I don't think he would be like suited up as Blade. I think he'd be like one of those retired Blades or something like that. You know what I mean? They're old grizzled Blade.
I didn't write it down, but I did see on another article another name for somebody playing Blade. Like I saw like as like a possible like I saw
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala.
Yes, yeah. I saw Mahershala Ali.
Keegan Michael Key.
Voiced by Keegan Michael Key.
So this one, I think, out of all of them, I would like to see, just because it's like we already have the new Blade coming in, and I'd like to see that. And like the Wesley Snipes Blade is a fan favorite, and I'd like to see those two interact.
Blade 2, another great Guillermo del Toro movie.
So you're a really big fan of the Blade series. So you just like those like okay, all right.
I like them.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
I don't like the third one. The
But
third
so
one is like,
that's
what
the
the
one that
fuck
you would really
happened?
like to see. All right. But I think bringing in someone like Mahershala Ali just as a way to like reboot it, so it's not exactly Wesley Snipes. It's just
It's definitely it's not a maybe.
it's a maybe. It is.
They are.
It is
It's
Mahershala Ali.
announced.
Yeah.
Did you see Eternals?
No, he didn't.
That's okay. No one will blame.
It's not a real cameo, but his voice is in.
He's
the
off. He's
post-credit.
off scene, and he says something to
Black to Kit Harington.
the Black Knight, right?
Black Knight.
Yeah.
Okay, so next on my list, and this one I think is the most likely, like absolutely has to be in there. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. If they don't stick a Spider-Man in this after 6 weeks of reshoots, they are fucking stupid.
Well, we did see a list of a name where Leonardo DiCaprio may also be playing Spider-Man.
That is not happening.
It's not happening. But imagine the whole pussy posse in their crest. Like
They all got
Spider-Man.
shirts on.
David Blaine.
The amazing.
It's about magicians.
Fucking David Blaine as what's the card throwing one?
Gambit?
Gambit, yeah.
And he gets like liver cirrhosis after he floats or something. Like that's what he does.
I don't want to interrupt. Is that the end of your list?
No, I got two more.
Okay. All right. Well, off the back of Leo, I did create a list of my own. So when we wrap this up, I got a few more names to throw.
Okay. Okay.
They're sidebarring.
Okay, so I'll bring that up after we finish this list, and then you go into your list.
We have one
Good
audio signal flow here, gentlemen. No secrets on the podcast.
You'll find out.
Okay,
No
okay, whatever.
clandestine shit going on.
So yeah, I think Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is the most likely. At like, if I were to rate, if I were to give 1 out of 10, I would say 7.5 is the highest I'd go, and that would be for Tobey Maguire's
So
Spider-Man.
now, wait. So why? Just
Yeah,
just
why him and
why
not like
him?
It should be.
Andrew
It should be
Garfield?
Andrew Garfield because
Here's
there's been
why
so
I
much
don't
shit
think it's
about
Andrew Garfield.
Spider-Man 3.
I'm with you. on this.
See, okay.
I'm with.
Here's
Okay, okay.
here's why it wouldn't be Andrew
Let Mike
Garfield.
finish his thought.
That's really it. And I mean, there was so much. Everybody loved him coming back in Spider-Man, but I think that what didn't happen, like that crowd love for him didn't happen while the time this was being filmed, so it might not have been like a thought to put him in.
Let me see if I'm on the same wavelength as you. Sony is definitely going to be using Andrew Garfield in with like Morbius and Tom Hardy and all that. He's going to be just fine.
Ah, right.
Tobey Maguire, he's also the most beloved. Stick him in this movie because they're not going to give him a fourth. I mean, there's a chance, but a very
They're not
going
to give it to him, but I just think it's like you
think he
blew your
wants
whole
that.
load on putting Tobey Maguire in No Way Home.
No, dude, they did it. They did that podcast with the 3 Spider-Men, and one of the things Tobey Maguire said, like word for word, was something like that he was happy that they weren't willing to like close the door on that character. So like
It's the only way they got him back.
the weekend
lied to him.
and the weekend the movie came out on Marvel's website, they're now canon. Like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is canon in the MCU as the Amazing Spider-Man, and Tobey Maguire's is canon as the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and Tom Holland is just
Forgotten Spider-Man.
Tom Holland is
Were
just Spider-Man.
Peter A, Peter B, and Peter C.
Yeah.
Peter
3.
Oh, was it?
It's Peter 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. Yeah, which
Or
makes sense
Andrew.
because that's kind of how it
Yeah, look.
works. The rankings work
How
out
it
too.
goes.
But either way, yeah, that was what I was gonna say, was that they're putting Andrew Garfield in with like the Venom heads and
Yeah, no, that
whatever
Sony is like.
fucking like shepherd's pie they're making over there of superhero like movies.
Not a cosmic gumbo.
Ratatouille.
Yeah, like this was like Sony was walking out of the room with their 3 Spider-Men and their bags of money, and Marvel was like, "Hey, can I borrow that other one?"
They just
real
dropped
quick?
Tobey
Actually,
Maguire.
You mind just leaving that one in the office?
Can I use
for a
that
minute?
one? They're like, "Yeah, I got something. It'll be fine. You'll see."
I just need
Like
it for a
that's why I
weekend.
think.
I just need it for a weekend.
know,
I'll
That
give it
is
back.
fair to your point, where it's like Sony's definitely going to be doing something with Andrew Garfield.
Okay, so the next one, Edward Norton's Hulk. Yeah. I don't know
Yes.
why. You
Yes.
have never brought up there has never once in our us knowing each other, our friendship, you have ever said to me, "Hey Pat, remember the Hulk movie?" You've never said that to
I've
me.
never seen it.
So why?
You know what? Fuck it, I'm here for this.
So tell me why.
I like this.
Tell me why this is the one you want the most.
Because not only would it just be like a fun vindication kind of, not even a vindication, but it'd be
But
like,
why?
but also it kind of like helped to tie in that original Hulk in, because I don't really count it. I don't count it as part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Whereas bringing him in, I would feel more like I care about
It
that
would
movie.
be wild because they never like they just recast the Hulk, and it would be wild if Iron Man and the Hulk, like the first 2 movies, turned out to be in a different universe, and the universe that was established in like the Avengers with this Hulk. Like I feel like that's what that would do. Like it would you would retroactively look at the MCU and be like, wow, this took place in 2 different universes the entire time.
I would really like it if Ed Norton comes in and he's like American History X Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
And so he's just
Bite the
completely
curb!
he's completely tatted. And when he goes Hulk, he keeps the tattoos.
That's cool.
And the
That
wife
would be
beater.
sick.
And the wife beater.
Yeah. The wife beater grows with him.
And dude, nothing but curb stomps.
What about like a Red Hulk too? Like there's so many
Thunderbolts.
Yeah, fucking bring him back. I mean, I don't think Ed Norton would want to do it,
No.
but that'd be fucking cool.
Sure.
I actually think like
Just curb stomping
no,
people.
I think
agree.
that's like the most innocuous one that like would still work. It's like it doesn't matter too much, but it's like that's nice and cute.
I got one more for you guys. Ready for it?
Yeah.
Thomas Hayden Church is the Punisher. Have you guys never seen the Punisher?
A long time ago.
already saying
Long
that.
time ago.
What'd you say?
He's already Sandman. It's too late.
Yeah, buddy,
That
I'm
was a good
sorry.
point. Who was the other Punisher?
See, this is when
whatever's that dude's name.
Damn. Oh no, it was oh fuck.
John
John Bernthal.
Bernthal, yeah.
No, who's the Punisher? What's the movie Punisher Warzone? Who plays
Thomas Jane.
no.
Ray,
Oh,
Ray Stevenson.
wait.
Ray Liotta.
Hold on. Yo, you guys, I'm a moron.
Yeah.
I read that as Thomas.
Yeah.
I wasn't wearing my glasses when I wrote that down. It's Thomas Jane as the Punisher.
Okay, so
So yes, I would like that.
I was like, I didn't know that Thomas Hayden Church did that, but I'm not gonna fight
It's
you on it.
Thomas Jane. But who's the second Punisher though? I want to know though.
Ray Stevenson.
That's right, Ray Stevenson. He's also in the MCU already though. So yeah.
As Ray Stevenson is the Punisher?
But yeah, Thomas Jane. I like that Punisher
cool
movie.
looking
I think
Punisher.
the Russian sequence, the part in the apartment where he beats up the Russian with the boiling water and everything
It's been a while.
It's been a long
with John
time.
Travolta. He throws his wife off the fucking.
It has been a very long time because I don't remember John Travolta being in
John
that
Travolta's
movie.
the villain. He throws
Yeah.
his wife off the side of the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
There's one part where, remember, he crushes or shoots that guy in the legs, and he ties the bomb to the string, and he's like, "If you let go of this, the
Yes,
bomb will
the
go
bomb will
off."
fall-
And
yeah.
like, he's just
The
like,
human arm weighs 8 pounds.
Yeah.
It's a long time to hold it.
Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
Also cool.
It did happen. I didn't imagine that.
yeah, cauliflower ear and all.
He's been punished.
He's been punished.
Every time
enough.
someone calls out to him in the movie, he goes, "What?
Huh?
What direction are you talking from?
I have tinnitus. There we go. It's pretty good.
The whole movie is from his perspective with the ringing in his ear.
So it's just Hawkeye. All right, I have an addition to the
I
list.
saw somebody Photoshop the Hawkeye logo from Hawkeye to Deaf Guy, and I just thought that was funny. So I just wanted to share that with everyone.
Thank you.
You're
The
welcome.
ringing.
Okay,
Adding-
what's your list?
I just have one, and you have a whole proper list. Henry Cavill. He's done with DC, right? Like,
As Captain Britain?
as anybody. I mean, I'll take
Oh, you
him.
just want him.
Oh,
I
you
just
just
I just want him in it. And I
Okay.
think I mean,
you think Henry Cavill's gonna cameo as himself?
yeah, of
It's
course.
just Henry.
No, I don't
Hey,
have
guys,
anybody. I don't know who he
going on?
might be, but he,
I was about to say
Geralt.
The Witcher. I think he comes in.
Yeah,
as
true.
Geralt.
they just were like, "You're filming that
He's
over
just
there.
like,
Can you like?"
and then that's it. That's his scene. He drinks like juice. His eyes get black, and there you go.
Don't fucking
So
come over here.
what role would you want to see him in?
Honestly, I don't know. I'd have to do some. You know what? While you're doing your
Tony
list,
Stark. I would say like
he's
him and
Him
Tom
as the Hulk.
Cruise.
Why are you guys so quick to just run over the legacy
Teddy
of
Stark.
Robert Downey Jr.?
He's a British.
I'm not
Tony Stark. Terry Stark.
Terry Stark.
Terry Stark. Terry Stark. yeah.
Terry Stark and Teddy Potter.
Teddy
They
Potter.
live in the same building.
All right, Nick. While you're
Taking
doing
the
your
Grind
list, I'm
Train
gonna
Express.
I'm gonna figure out some people.
I pulled up a list of actors who almost got cast, which I think would be a more interesting thing to see. Right, like the whole Tom Cruise one. It's like he almost got cast.
John Krasinski as Captain America. He got all the way to the screen test,
Yeah.
wearing a suit and everything.
He's not on my list. I picked the most interesting ones, and I don't really care to see John Krasinski.
sticking to it.
All right, Christ. Okay, I didn't mean to.
John Krasinski's fine.
So I think the most interesting.
Hey man,
on this
he
list,
sold his YouTube show for $14 million to NBC Universal.
and then they ruined it.
Okay, yeah, exactly. There you go.
Joaquin Phoenix as Doctor Strange.
Okay,
That would be, especially because it's a Doctor Strange movie.
Joaquin Phoenix.
He was also in consideration for. They wanted him for Hulk. They just really wanted Joaquin Phoenix, and he wasn't really interested.
Do you think he's got any like conflict that he wouldn't be able to?
I don't think he wants
No,
to do
dude,
it. He's
fuck that.
more about finding roles. That
Well, they're
he-
starting Joker 2
Yeah.
now. They said
Are they
Joker
doing
2
it?
is going into production.
Joker.
Yeah. Joker.
Joker.
And Joaquin Phoenix.
Mel Gibson as Odin.
He is making his comeback.
That would be interesting.
No, that really is good.
Zoe Deschanel as the Wasp. That was what's his name? Joss Whedon's first choice.
Really?
He wanted the Wasp to be in the original Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa as Drax.
Was he up for Drax?
He was in consideration, but he turned it down because he didn't want to be another character that just has his shirt off.
Yet
Then he did Aquaman.
Then I was gonna say
Because then he has to keep up with the HGH.
Well,
the
let's
man's
be
not
real.
stopping the
Let's be
HGH,
real.
But when
Would
you
you
look like
rather-
that, you're not gonna stop.
Well, I mean, you look
I
at the
built a career.
You look at
off
the
of
way that turned
HGH.
out, though. Would you rather be the star of the only DCEU movie to make over $1 billion at the box office, or be the walking joke machine that is Drax now?
Well, I mean, at the time you couldn't tell which was going to go which way.
That's fair.
I think he could.
and also
James Wan, anytime he does a big action movie, they make over $1 billion. At
And
this
also,
point.
I definitely don't think it. I do like the guy playing Drax now. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name.
Batista.
Batista, yeah. But I mean, either or. I still think it'd be cool just to see him in this cameo. Just this cameo. I don't think I want to see him as Drax, but just to see him as this cameo would be funny.
Again,
Who
I-
else?
I think all the and I know this is just
Yo,
the
I
people,
really
but
hope that it's really nothing. They're like, yeah, we just spruced up the action scenes. That's all the reshoots was. It's just Doctor Strange doing magic and banging hoes
No
and
cameos.
yeah, exactly.
Mike, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say I just I know you're doing the people who almost made the shots and everything. It's there's a lot of DC people in there.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to. Here's an interesting one: Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Ant-Man.
Also
I could see
another DC person.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Olivia Wilde as Gamora.
Interesting.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen as M'Baku. He was in Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Oh, God.
Glenn Howerton as Star-Lord.
He
That
to
would
me,
be interesting.
That would be interesting.
He to me is he could play Mr. Fantastic perfectly now.
I would like to see that.
Like how old he is now and everything. Like he's right in that demographic that they could bring it back and he would kill
And
it
D
as that
could
role.
be the Invisible Woman.
And
Charlie can be the
no
the thing.
No, Frank
No,
would
Fra-
definitely
Frank
be the
is the
thing.
Frank is the thing.
Charlie would just
Charlie,
set himself on fire.
Charlie
Yeah.
is definitely the Human Torch. Then who would Rob be?
I don't know.
Fucking Cricket as Dr. Doom.
Oh yeah.
That's true. Rob might
Yeah, I don't know who Rob would play. Although, if you think about it, Rob has probably the worst career outside of Sonny compared to all those three.
Well, no, Rob he did
Well,
his
compared
own
to us, he's got the best career.
Oh, he's
outside
doing
of
better
Sonny.
than 90.
Well, he did that
people.
HBO show, right? Was it HBO? Like it was he was like a head of a game company or something.
Oh, that show is
Mythic
fucking
Quest.
awesome.
Mythic Quest, yeah.
That show is fucking
know.
awesome.
I gotta watch
No, but
that.
Have
he's
you ever
got
seen
a lot of
It's
other
good.
like supportive writing and
It's like Silicon
production
Valley.
credit.
Oh, I have no doubt behind the scenes he's still doing a lot of things. I just mean in terms of like Charlie Day was everywhere for a while, and then Glenn Howerton is on an NBC show, and then but
it's a
Howerton
bad
it's a
NBC
very
show.
bad NBC
That's
show.
those.
For sure.
Glenn Howerton hasn't done a ton of other stuff. Like those are his two main.
What,
things.
AP Bio?
Yeah, AP Bio is atrocious.
Really?
I
thought
think
it was.
I saw 2 episodes and I was like, this is
I gave
Mid.
it a God's honest shot because like I'm a big Sonny fan and I know it wasn't gonna be Sonny and it's kind of just like a more structured version of Dennis.
It's like Book of Boba Fett, where it's like I don't hate it, but I don't have really. I'm not super invested in it.
Okay.
And it's a primetime show, so it's
So wait, all right. So
Spice
are
like
we
that.
good on lists? So we get everything.
I'll give you a couple more.
Okay, yeah. Give me a couple more.
I'll just throw them out there. Emily Blunt as Black Widow, Michael B.
Okay.
Jordan as Falcon,
Cool.
cool.
Asa Butterfield as Spider-Man.
Oh, that would be funny.
Right? And then this one, it couldn't happen, but I just thought it was interesting. I didn't know this. Originally, James Gunn wanted David Bowie to play one of Yondu's crew.
That makes total sense. Like,
And I'm like, I wish we got that, but he had, at that point, he knew that David Bowie was, towards the end, so. But it would have been interesting.
oh, you got
no. I was just gonna say that's really cool.
cool. What about
Awesome.
as I was thinking as you were saying things, yeah, as one
I was
does.
thinking about things
as
while
you
you
were-
was saying.
Listen, but we're getting to
wording
we've been talking for almost 2
and-
hours at this point. You got to give
Honestly,
me a little.
dude, I'm pretty sure your fingernails and hair keep growing after you die.
He's not wrong. Your skin shrinks. Anyway, what about introducing Miles Morales in this?
He's already in the MCU. Oh no,
I think that actually might be the more possible Spider-Man introduction with it, because they're
what if
doing
it's just Kat Dennings? They just added a bunch of Darcy fucking cameos.
it's like an hour of
as
her.
a bunch of different Darcys.
yeah, or like Two Broke Girls.
It's like
It's Kat Dennings playing Iron Man and Wolverine, and every single
There's a whole
character
Kat
we're talking
Dennings
about,
universe.
it's just Kat Dennings.
no, thank you.
I'm in the demographic for that movie.
What about you, Jess?
I would watch that movie. I like Kat Dennings. What if it's like the was it a What If episode with her and Howard the Duck? Was that a What If?
Right?
Yeah. What if they just like took
It's
off
a
with that?
total spin-off. Like,
But
and do a whole
they make
series.
like a sitcom
Oh my god!
of their married
Could
life
you-
together.
Could you guys imagine
like
if that's
that.
what this was? You walk into Doctor Strange 2 and you sit down, and it's just a spin-off of Darcy and Howard the Duck's love cosmically throughout
It's
this.
like WandaVision,
It's
but like
possible.
it's just
it's like a
Doctor
totally
Strange.
different movie, and it's like, yeah, we said madness for a reason.
It's just
And it's
Doctor
like
Strange pulling
a
up,
totally
like
different
looking
thing.
for something to do on a Friday night. So he watches TV in other universes,
it's
and he
literally- it's
loves
literally
Kat
like
Dennings
the-
and
like
Doctor
television.
that episode of Rick and Morty. That's basically what it is.
Yes, that's all it is.
We're
He's
doing
like,
international television again.
it's just him at the beginning, like via like a la Twilight Zone, and he's just like, we're entering some bullshit that I wanted to watch.
Yeah, because now they say bad words.
They
Come
do.
here.
So edgy.
Darcy, I'm gonna give you some quackers.
Scooby Doo that shit.
It was crap.
In the trailer.
In the trailer, it was
trailer.
shit in the movie.
Shit in the movie.
Wait,
that was
so,
their one.
Can I ask a question? What
No.
does Scooby Doo
Nope,
this shit mean?
No questions.
I got you, buddy. So it's like figure it out and just like come to the, Solve
Did
the
they
mystery.
think that was
Solve the
clever?
mystery.
Solve the mystery. Oh,
Yeah, they did.
well, I mean,
They
part
put it in the
of
trailer.
part of Doctor Strange is like a little bit cringe. He's boomer-esque, you know.
Yeah, he ruined the economy.
He
I
did.
say we got to close all the portals.
He appropriated someone else's culture
Oh, for
after
sure.
he had a
Oh, that's
big
true.
successful career and is rich.
Yeah, and he never went back to being a surgeon either, so that's kind of fucked up.
But he can just do it whenever he
Like
wants.
that guy went back to playing basketball who like fixed his legs with magic instead of fixing his hands.
Michael Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan.
After
Yeah.
he played baseball?
Magic Johnson. Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, I think Tobey Maguire is probably your most likely candidate.
and
I
I'm
think.
all for that.
Yeah.
I like it.
We're getting Miles Morales.
I don't
I'm
know
thinking
why.
he's gonna be in it.
don't know
American
why.
History X Edward Norton.
He also has the kiss on his hand from Fight Club.
Do you have a clip?
I do.
Okay. I was getting worried.
No, I got
Thought you were
one.
gonna let me choose a clip for once.
I've got my own repertoire.
Why are you
secretly of,
why are you framing it like that? Like why are you
Because
you're gatekeeping
my
clip of
whole-
the week?
My whole role on this show is to give you a hard time, I thought.
Yeah, but you do that outside this atmosphere.
Listen,
You
baby,
know,
you do
like-
that all week,
Like
not just here.
play the song. Okay.
I do love every time before we get in a clip of the week, it gets to a point of frustration, and Pat's like, "God, fuck, just play the song."
Wasn't there like a big, tremendous news that we were gonna cover and we just never added it?
I think so, but also it's one of those things where it's like,
R.I.P.
how much did this really affect your life?
All right, clip of the week.
You know,
Boom! Oh yeah.
Sega
you-
isn't going
most
to be
of
in
you-
arcades
The only
anymore.
the only thing that I would notice. Well, they're giving up the space.
Are they, what are they doing? I didn't even read the article. so I wasn't
You
prepared to
commented
talk.
big news.
I just said huge.
You just
I read
trumped
the
it.
headline.
Like,
I was like, huge.
did you see that?
All right.
It was the biggest news
Jesse,
I've
you,
ever
uh,
seen him.
It's up.
Okay.
He sent it. I said,
Are you
wow,
guys
this
ready?
is big news.
So this clip,
Can't make it any bigger than that?
no, this is it. Where I found it, how I had to get it. Okay.
It's so small.
I fucking
He opened it up. I said, wow, this is so small.
kind of like my hands. Here we go.
Oh my god.
Look at them. They're like,
What was that?
It's a person. Pat,
Wow.
this is a stunt, a YouTube stunt channel.
Nick's calling you out.
Pat,
He's like, this is not a live leak from Cambodia.
this is nobody really got hurt.
This isn't CCTV.
I'm gonna bring
Well-
my own clip.
Well,
Thank you
that's that
And
was
also, the way that it's set up, it looks perfectly for that guy to fly through exactly where he
Well,
did.
that dude
Here's the
Superman
thing.
did.
I found this on Instagram, like just this clip, right?
Yeah.
And that was my initial thought: is this fake? Because nobody moves.
No one reacted
Like
at
no
all.
one reacts at all.
It
But
could
it's
just be in New
this.
York.
There's like no indication that this is like it's like one of the
No trailer, no.
like there's nothing.
Oh my god.
And also, he was perfectly prone too.
that
If a-
man was bullet mode.
Yeah,
Like,
he was in bullet mode. If a real person was going through a windshield, they'd be flailing.
how did they
Oh, that's good.
how did they
There
do
is
this?
There is a clip on Reddit where they show it from another angle, and he's like up on a platform, and as the van approaches, he pushes off, and so the van moves around him,
Oh,
and he
okay.
basically just stays in the same spot.
I was gonna say, like, I can't imagine a way that they do that where it's not
Look at this.
horrifically dangerous.
Oh yeah, it's very dangerous.
I was wondering if they had them strapped in and he dove through it,
No,
like from
no, they.
But
drove a
it does
they
give the
drove a van at
illusion,
him.
like remember that video I showed a couple months ago of the driver? He's just the truck driver, and the fucking turkey just flew through the
Right.
windshield. And
I
he like
sent that
fights
one.
it. Oh, was that you? Okay.
that was me thing.
Don't you take my credit.
Either way, though, that's what this was very reminiscent of, because like the bullet, like I was like, God damn.
You don't have to do it, but I put in Discord a clip where somebody actually gets hurt.
Double clip of the week.
All right.
All right, pull it up.
I'll pull it up.
Jess, get the song ready.
We should have it in reverse when we do like a bizarro clip of the week.
Just don't cut to my laptop yet. Let me
boy.
cue it up.
Fucking idiots.
Okay.
Is that the name of the sub, Nick?
Yes.
not allowed to know my subreddit.
I'm not gonna go on it. I don't want to spoil it.
But do hit the drop again.
Are we doing the drop?
Do you really want?
No,
the-
we don't.
I want to hear the drop again. I want to hear it.
Okay, hit the drop because Special Boy needs the drop.
Dance.
Just cost us
Times
another
two.
$0.00.
Double the pleasure, double the fun.
But see, another one where Pat is just upset that he's asking for the button.
There you
go. Yeah, there you go.
Fuck you
Is
guys.
it all up?
Here we go.
Oh!
Wait, Jess, do we have it up?
Yeah. Just do it again.
All right.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Oh man.
I have
Dude.
so many questions.
Brother. Okay.
Ooh.
How he bounces back up. He hits the glass and bounces up.
Well, here was his first problem.
Oh yeah, that he jumped too high.
He jumped too high, but
Didn't have
the
enough
problem
momentum.
was he didn't keep his legs. He didn't keep his legs straight. He bent his knees, and they got caught on the lip.
if
here.
you watch that first video,
Look, see, okay.
Yep.
There's no propulsion here for going. There's no arc. It's just he flipped
he
himself
just jumps
over
up. Yeah.
Dang, how do you get so much air?
This is
That's
what this man
crazy.
does. You don't do this if you haven't done this
Yeah,
before.
this is not his first attempt, and this motherfucker has taken some spills. All right, let's be clear about
now
that.
he's dead.
There's no way
Although-
that. Yeah, he definitely has glass in his abdomen after
And
this.
I got to see the bounce again when he hits
yeah.
the glass.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Ooh.
Oh,
Actually,
you
I
play
think
it
he
frame by
hits.
frame?
I think he hits like the top of the glass and kind of like stops himself with his arms.
Does he?
He is a
let's try it.
professional stunt diver. Nick, this is another professional.
This is another professional. Although this is a professional messing up.
See, like, look,
All right,
there's a
so-
bar that he.
Oh
damn,
my
bro. That's
God.
a position you never want to find yourself
He's
in.
like
Oh.
almost scorpioning.
Like, it wasn't bad enough that he hit the bar. It was that he shattered the glass underneath and then ripped it. Like, he ripped the bar out of the
Yeah.
pool. You know what I mean? Like the
And then,
concrete
and then landed into a pool filled with glass.
full of glass.
You're never gonna find all that glass.
Absolutely.
You
You,
have
got to
to
drain
drain
the
the
pool.
pool.
You got to drain that whole pool.
Drain the swamp.
His parents killed him after this.
Well, he.
Oh, God.
Also, this feels like something you would do at a hotel.
Did his
Like,
feet
it
hit
just
the
has
sand?
that kind of
Yeah,
vibe.
that's what I was
You
saying.
can hear the sound of his feet smacking the ceiling.
Yeah, listen. Like right here,
Look
he
at
would have
that
been
form.
good.
Yeah, if he
would've been
kept
good.
that.
If he would have just Supermaned it out, he would have been all right. But this was his fatal mistake. Was leaning. He got too top heavy. Ready? Watch this nosedive. Okay.
Yeah, the boom paka.
I also love the
Yeah. Oh,
That's brutal. Oh, fuck.
Some guy in the hot tub with a fucking glass bottle he shouldn't have in there.
Imagine this is like a public hotel pool and people are just sitting around with their children.
There's a kid,
Oh,
yeah.
God. What is happening?
This is why we booked the Best Western.
We're never coming to a Motel 6 again, honey.
Turns out this guy is actually the night manager. He showed up off shift.
Plastered.
I'm gonna go grab a dip in the pool and then I'm gonna head home to my wife.
You guys want to come back to me to La Quinta Inn?
No, honey, I'm in the ER. No. Yeah, I'm fine. They just got to pick all the glass out.
No, it was another pool.
Yeah, somebody got a
yeah.
video. You'll see it. I'll explain.
It was at the inn. No, I wasn't
Well, I don't
working.
work there anymore.
I
so,
can't get
you know.
workers' comp. No.
Yeah.
Yes, I am unemployed.
I still have my insurance for 6 months though. It'll be fine.
By the way,
We have Cobra. It's fine.
what is what's your blood type? So
Yeah. Cause like I'm having a hard time even having this conversation with you.
this is all adrenaline right now. I'm about
Yeah.
to black out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're literally ripping the phone from me right now.
Yeah.
As we speak.
I'm
Okay, I
going
love
to
you,
do
kisses.
emergency surgery. I'll see you later. Okay.
They're strapping me down now.
Yeah.
I'm being difficult.
Okay.
Very difficult.
Yes. Yeah. I'm putting up a mild fight, but I'll give in soon.
Yeah, I can pick up milk.
This is all happening. He's on a stretcher, not on the phone.
They're like, well, the morphine has really kicked in.
He's not even really hurt all that bad.
Someone
doesn't-
offered me DMT and I
does-
just did it.
He doesn't need to
Why
go to
this happened?
surgery. He needs a few stitches, then he'll go home.
Lucky bastard. It's always the idiots that don't get hurt.
You got to be dumb. You got to be tough, right?
Oh, that's one to look forward to. Jackass Forever.
Oh, that's next week.
Yeah. Or is it already?
There you
Are
go.
we seeing that together? I feel like we should see that together.
I'll go
Johnny
see Jackass.
Knoxville
Yeah.
got brain damage.
I watched the Howard Stern interview. Yeah.
Everybody has brain
No,
damage.
more.
No,
he got
this
more.
one.
Oh, he got extra
like,
brain damage?
Cognitive decline.
Yeah, well, I mean,
He's now a 70-year-old man in a 50-year-old man's body.
Yeah.
But he's 45.
No, he's not.
I don't know how
I
old
think he's
he
like
is.
52 now, right?
he's
that
a
sounds
dad
about right,
age
yeah.
now.
In the promotion for the movie, they go like, "Oh, like he makes a comment. Oh, if we said we would stop doing this by the time we were 50, and Johnny's 49. So while they were
Oh.
making it, he was 49 years old.
That's one more day away from retirement.
Damn.
I'm trying to think. And then after Jackass, we're off.
And it's all aboard the Batman.
Are we covering
train.
Jackass on the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I just said that.
Well, I thought you were like, just we want to see it together, like and chill.
Yeah, I thought you just wanted to hang out.
No, I don't
Jeez.
want to like us go there. Everyone's sitting different corners.
Well, going to a movie doesn't mean the podcast necessarily.
I thought you
If we
just
go
wanted
to a
chill.
movie,
That's
we should
fair.
probably
I should
podcast
have
about it.
connected it.
No, Burke. No, don't take the blame on this. You stand strong.
You fucking kneel down, bitch. No. Yeah, and then we're off for Super Bowl. So we have one more show next week, and then we're off the following week.
The superb
And
owl.
then we are fucking
Can't say it.
Super bass.
full steam ahead on Batman. Okay, we
all
are
aboard the
fucking
Batman grind
bursting.
train.
You're watching too much
We're
of
grinding
Batman.
2
You're watching
weeks
too much
straight
of
into
Boba
Batman.
in with the Tuskens. We are full speed ahead with Batman.
Batman.
Thank you.
bursting Batman glass ceilings. We should cover some Batman shit.
We will.
Nah.
What is there to talk about other than Batman?
We can definitely.
Best bat nipples.
Everybody can bring their a list of their favorite Batman things.
I'm gonna bring my favorite nipples.
Like all
That's
time.
fine. I would bring my favorite
all
capes.
time. All time.
That's a lot, dude.
I can find another script.
Best Alfred?
It's always just Michael Caine. That's
You know
the
what,
end
you
of the
guys?
conversation.
Okay, wait. Has everybody seen all the 4 Batman movie? All 4 Batman movie.
The original, like, Tim Burton Schumacher.
There's been more
Tim
than
Burton,
there's been more
Schumacher.
than 4 Batman movies. Which one are you?
Tim Burton Schumacher era, the
Yes.
originals. Okay,
I
There
have
was
not seen the Tim
supposed-
Burton ones.
there was supposed to
Can't
be
say
a
originals because Adam West.
fuck Adam West. What?
I'm just
Have you
making-
ever seen?
I would.
I'm
all
just
right.
making I'm
Hold
making
on,
your
hold on.
frustration noises.
There was supposed to be a 5th one, and the script is out there.
All right, get it.
Fifth what?
Batman.
From
Do you know who
From
was
who?
do you know who the
Why is
villain
this
was?
so hard for you?
No, from
He
where?
was in
What
Jackass
fifth
and he
Bat-
got cognitive.
What fifth Batman
Are
movie?
you good, bro?
What fifth Batman movie?
There
I
was
actually-
supposed to be.
There are 4 Tim
There are
Burtons.
4. No. There's 2 Tim
There's
Burtons
two Tim Burtons.
and 2 Schumachers, but they're like apart. They're all in the same canon. So those 4, like from the late 80s, early 90s, are considered the original 4.
all of those
Batman
are lumped
movies.
in together because
Yes.
in my mind I put Tim Burton and then I kind of separate George Clooney and Val Kilmer in my mind. So those 4 are linked together.
They're the same continuity.
They're the same. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I did not know that. All
Mhm.
right. So that's what you mean by the 5th one.
Yes.
There was supposed to be 3rd bat nipples.
Yes.
Oh wow.
We got
Now
robbed.
I feel gypped.
We got robbed.
It's kind of like a 007 situation.
Okay.
You share a name,
That's good.
different actors, different Jack Ryan, kind of thing. You know, Alec Baldwin
He shot a guy
shot a guy. I'm trying to think of other franchises that do that.
That shoot people.
that shoot people. The Crow.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
All right.
Rust and the Crow.
Yeah. Russ and the Crow.
Dick Cheney.
Well, that being
Oh, it
said,
was a deer.
we will we'll see you next week for Jackass Forever. Bye.